All right, we are live. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Let's kick us off from last week. You guys started on your journey from Cathus' northward to inevitably wind up in the capital. You've been guarding this caravan full of logs, just bunches of them, while dealing with a group of teenage warriors who have been your compatriots on this march to the north.
Actually, doing pretty good.
There's been some shenanigans back and forth. You did have a party member leave due to disagreements and the conduct of some other members.
But we can go to Megorium's again.
I don't think we did
was
anything
talking
wrong.
about my piece. Had nothing to do with that.
But the journey was relatively smooth for a couple of days. On the third day, you did go a little further.
We're trying to stay
I should mention a teenager was shot.
positive.
They got better,
Yeah.
And then we
Um,
got
way worse.
and then they died the following day as a rampant group of undead stormed across the road and waylaid your caravan. Fortunately, you put them down without any additional fatalities, and were able to grab the equipment that they were using.
Huzzah.
Can I say, for the record, I did not know it was a teenager I was shooting.
Would it have stopped anything?
No.
But that is where we left off.
Mm.
So, here we are on the road, day 4.
So we're done burning the bodies.
Yes.
Now, have we rested at this point or no?
We'd be coming up on time to rest.
Okay. Because Cranthor is a little bit beat up.
Yeah. I'm assuming the caravan finally does catch up with us.
Yes.
Yeah, Cass went back to go get him.
Let's continue forward a little longer. Get away from this unpleasantness. And
Yeah. What the hell was that?
Corpses.
Corpses, like dead people in the road, like bumps.
But
No, undead.
moving.
Oh, undead! Holy shit!
More like
We took care of it.
shoveling.
It's fine. Let's move.
Like, oh, okay.
We'll briefly.
Work of
I think we're in a bad neighborhood.
You do the garden, I'll do the driving. Let's go.
We're in a bad neighborhood.
So yeah, he yells at some of the other attendees to kind of speed up, and they're moving at like 1.5 times speed.
I think we
Which-
took a short rest.
You
Did
can
we?
tell.
No, I don't think
is-
we did.
Nope.
No, we haven't done anything yet.
Did we not?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
You can tell this pace is a little rough on the horses, just because the weight they're pulling is immense. But they seem to be barely making it. This continues for a few hours, and the sun starts getting low.
Cass will go scout again.
Okay.
So he'll still be maintaining it.
Do you want to go ahead and give me just another stealth and perception?
Stealth,
And you'll
15
be joined by your compatriot.
that's a
Is it
23 on
weeping?
stealth.
He is very sad.
No, wait. Oswald the Flea follows him.
Yes,
Davis.
Oswald-
Yes, Oswald is the compatriot.
Yeah.
The other one is just very sad.
Yeah, Davis. Just go for that shot. And that's a 21 on perception. So 23 on stealth, 21 on perception.
Okay. Let's see. So you are very stealthy.
Good couple of rolls.
Oswald, on the other hand,
Oh,
No.
appears just kind of distracted.
damn you,
He walks into a couple of small trees, actually.
Cass is just gonna watch him, but keep moving.
Like as you're going forward, the branches you're like pushing aside or hitting him in the face
Oh,
as he's.
But yeah,
Cass is gonna find a
he
larger
almost
one.
appears
Let's
as though
smack him.
he is like thinking really intently about something, and just oblivious to what's in front of him, and then you just smack.
So Cass is going to literally do a heavier branch and smack him with, like, push the branch to where it bends, go underneath it, and let go and let it smack him.
Yeah, he's oblivious and just thwack, and he falls over, and then he's just there for a bit, and he like gets up and he goes again.
So now he's a little bit behind me.
A
Right?
little bit, yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Basically wanted to back him off.
Yeah, you have a good like 30 feet on him.
Don't mess up my stealth. Do I see anything concerning?
The road looks clear ahead so far.
Okay. And he'll just keep scouting ahead.
So we do that for a couple of hours, and then what? Sun sets. It's time we stop.
Yep. Well, similar to earlier, you go kind of to the side of the road.
Double up.
Yeah, everyone's doubled up. Does anyone do anything for camp?
Yeah.
Anything special?
We do. Well, we set up camp. I don't know if. I mean, we need. Are we going to do watches again?
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
Probably a good idea.
All right. I'll take
I'm not
first
so
watch.
sure you should help us watch this.
Simon, do you want to take first watch with me?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Who will join me?
Hey God, I've been reading my Warlock book a lot lately. Do I know anything else about Warlocks?
You will know, like at least a little bit of extra history
Okay.
on warlocks. In terms of like being able to figure out like spells, things like that, that's more difficult. That's going to take more time to figure out.
The intermediate version. Of the book.
But like just like warlock lore, you know some things. Like you're aware of like different kinds of pacts that are made with different kinds of entities. You know that it's really just anything powerful.
Am I familiar? Would I know if a individual can become a warlock without their consent or knowledge?
There are cases where individuals claim that, but it's not been proven one way or the other.
Okay. Thank you, God.
You're welcome.
Yes, I would love to take first watch with you, Renlund.
Fantastic.
You're the only person who knows prestidigitation.
Oh my god.
This is true. And I know what you needed it for. All right, who's taking second watch?
So, unfortunately.
I can take seconds. Do you want to watch with me or Cranthor? If you want to watch with Cranthor, I'll watch with Diggs. Diggs.
The digs.
The Diggs. The Diggs.
Interesting.
I don't think it's quite wise for you to take watch
I'm sorry?
with the Diggs.
Probably not.
Probably
not
not.
a good idea.
Probably
but,
not.
Doesn't matter to me. Cranthor, would you like to sit and watch with me, or would you prefer I go with Adon and you can go with the Diggs?
I have no preference.
Alright, Diggs. See you on seconds.
Dope.
We're on third then, Cranthor.
So be it.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Cass
Bye.
just want to go over to the guy that to flee real quick. You got something there, friend? What happened there?
Oh, this. I guess I walked into a branch earlier.
Mm.
I was just distracted.
Something on your mind?
Yeah, you know, there's like undead, and this is supposed to be safe, and well, Davis's girl died, and it's fucking tragic. So, yeah, you could say that.
Adventuring stuff.
Yeah. Plus, we can all talk to each other like in our heads, so that's really cool.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, God, yeah. Before we left, like one of the things that's in like our strategic plan was like we have this ongoing Rary's telepathic bond. We paid this dude like some gold for it. It's really useful.
What dude?
There's like a wizard. I don't know. He had these robes. He was really cool, really friendly.
Really friendly. What color are robes?
Oh God, they're like black, but is he nice?
And you don't know his name.
No. I mean, we were just looking. We asked because he looked like a wizard, and he was like, "Sure." Like he uses it for, like with people he works with all the time. Yeah, it's great.
And who does he work with all the time?
Oh, we didn't really ask.
Understood. Well, interesting, but you are doing all right then.
Oh no, like my head hurts a little, but like it's not a biggie.
Got it.
I definitely took less than 5 damage.
Interesting you quantify it in such a way.
It just came to me that way. So I'm really,
Share a drink, friend? Cass opens the cask and
Yeah, he takes it and like.
Does a thing where he's like breathing fire.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
go up. He takes it. And then he heads to bed.
You find Cranthor already dug into a little pit and snoring.
I pitched our tent.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, Cass will put up the tent first. Simon.
You're with Simon tonight.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Simon. Good.
I'm just gonna sleep with my boys.
I wanted you to have a look at this.
Okay.
Alright. I pull out the raven, the marble raven that was on Sky that fell out. I was going to give it straight to Davis after, you know, a little bit of time. But something didn't feel right about it. I'm not sure. I'm not. The arcana senses tingle.
I do love baubles.
Yes.
Let me see it.
Sure.
Roll that Arcana.
I got 10.
It's pretty.
It's a
You-
really,
you
it's a
get
really
some-
pretty bauble.
You get the whiff of there being a magic property about it, but
It smells like
You just
magic.
don't
I'll be
know.
honest. Let me take another look in the morning. I'm sorry, I got my mind on my herbalism kits right now. I gotta start cranking out those bad boys.
Can I?
Alright.
Cass and I's freshly put up tent. I would like to start my 2 herbalism kits, please.
sure thing.
Have the proper ingredients for 2 potions.
Is that safe to do in a tent?
Probably not, but Osha's not gonna say anything.
I just don't want the tent to catch fire. And
Cass will put it out.
I mean,
Probably. They'll be fine.
alright.
Cass, you know anything about potions?
What?
Hey, he'll be fine. See?
What? Why are you waking me up?
Nothing. Go back to sleep.
Please
You,
observe
and you're
the
sharing a
chemistry
tent,
kit.
correct? The two of you.
Yep.
So like you and then like burbling next to you are like 2 like little like almost chemistry sets.
Got the
What the fuck
Bunsen
are you
burners
doing
out.
Keeping you alive. Now just keep an eye on this. Make sure you don't burn to death, please.
What?
I gotta make some potions so we all don't die. Don't you remember that romantic moment where I fed you a health
I
potion
feel like I
during
dug my
the last
pit
fight?
right in front of
Well, if
their
that's
camp.
what you call romantic. Alright. I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Leave me be.
Alright.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Yes. So Simon, also I wanted to ask you if you found out anything else about being a warlock.
I'm still doing some research. There's a lot of intriguing lore about warlocks.
Is there? Do you mind if I read the book sometime?
Sure, but be very careful.
Of course.
The church, they never forget a scuffed book.
Oh, of course not. I don't dog ear a book.
They'll
That's...
punish me severely
Oh,
with a fine.
oh. What kind of a fine?
Gold, usually.
Oh, alright. You said it was
Take it out to
awful?
your
I
flesh.
thought it was, yeah, I thought it was like, oh, have this many lashes for how many
I
scuffs
mean,
are on a book?
worse than that, they could take away my library card.
Oh, that
I
would be dreadful, would
I'd
it
prefer
not be?
death than that.
How awful that would be, indeed. Yes.
Sure, you can take a look at my book.
Oh, thank you. Do you mind if I read it during our watch? I'll keep an ear out, of course.
Sure. If you find anything juicy, though, I want to know.
You
But I
just-
probably found all the juicy bits.
I know, you just read the same book. What would I see that you wouldn't?
I don't know, maybe you're better at reading than I am. Sorry, that was a joke.
Oh,
I'm the
gosh.
best at reading.
Yes, of course.
Have you seen my glasses?
You have goggles on now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I
Have
have
you
seen
seen
them.
my goggles?
They are very handsome and distinguished.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Ah, so I've been told. Also, I don't need to know what happened. It's fine.
Diggs, man, what the hell?
Diggs, what the hell? You got it everywhere, Diggs.
You see Diggs just holding a flask lopsided and just spilling shit all over the ground.
What the fuck, Diggs? Are you doing this seriously?
Get your life together, Diggs.
I'm sorry.
Diggs,
I'm too
wake up!
high.
Wake up, Diggs!
He's a sweet drinker.
One of those sleep drunks.
You look like you peed your pants.
I might have. I'm not sure.
I guess you could do both.
It's hard to tell where the alcoholism begins and the urine ends, honestly.
No, I've made a mistake.
Well, you
Wake
get to,
up, cat.
your sister will get to deal with that when she wakes up. Yes, also, is everything alright?
It's pretty okay. I've just been trying to figure out
Yes?
what are we exactly. Not you and me, but more the group as a total. You're not my type. Sorry.
I know I'm macho type. We've established this.
Are we adventurers? Are we mercenaries? 'Cause I'm cool with both, but one has more negative connotations than the other.
All right. It's a fair concern. I like to see it as it's all how you see yourself.
I want to see myself as an adventurer,
Then that's what we are.
but I don't feel like an adventurer.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know. I haven't adventured anything
Oh.
besides this wagon and Felipe.
Oh, but we are.
Which, don't get me wrong, I prefer one of them way more than the other.
Either way, it's a lot of wood.
I'm going to assume that I know the answer to that.
Which I guess I could still I could explore Felipe as a mercenary as well. But it doesn't feel right coming off the tongue. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you,
No.
you know, we all look for you for inspiration and decision making.
I don't know. God knows why. By the 12, I have no idea why any of you do any of that. But you do, and
Yep.
it feels like an
We
awful
don't need to
lot.
worry about why. We just need to worry about how we're gonna use that.
True.
You are.
Hang on.
You
I
even
feel like
came
I'm
up
going
with our
to throw
cool
up.
name.
I did?
I think so.
I
have
did.
I have keen mind. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you named
Did?
us. Now
The
you're
red
responsible
skies.
for us.
I named you like a pet.
Yep.
Oh.
You're our mommy now. So
Oh.
you have responsibilities.
Andrea cringes.
Yeah.
Run one visibly.
If you name it, you
cringes.
gotta wash over it.
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, it wasn't on purpose.
Then it usually isn't.
You
But
just,
yes,
you just hear from over like a nearby sleeping bag. I miss my mommy.
I miss my mommy too, bud.
You're now Wendy from Peter Pan.
I'm Wendy. Yes, I'm Wendy from fucking Peter Pan.
But you're my cool Wendy.
So what are we running?
Well, you're my lost boys, apparently. I don't know. I like to think that we're kind of friends.
Oh, of course, that's not quite. I love all of you equally. Well, I love Ed slightly more because I have to.
I hope so.
But are we loving each other as adventurers or mercenaries?
Well, I'm not to go. Okay, the way I see it.
Because I'll be honest,
Yes.
Dirk is a mercenary, and his boys don't have their shit together.
They go out and they are like, oh, we can totally beat up someone if we wanted to. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's my best Dirk impression.
That's pretty good.
thank
Spot
you.
on.
Good.
And they're very ready to fight and things. I don't see us as that.
I don't see us as that either.
That makes us adventurers.
I'm kind of a wiener.
Yes, me too.
A smart wiener, though.
You are a smart wiener.
This is
But
my
I'm-
worst.
Oh, you're a smart host. I heard it from
There's something to mull over, as you are our mommy of the group now.
I know, I see us as adventurers.
Excellent.
Please stop calling me the mommy.
No, I'm never not gonna
Can't.
call you that.
I
No.
can't. I can't do it, Simon. Please no.
You wipe my ass. You're my mommy.
Oh God.
So help me God, I will Eldritch blast you in the motherfucking face.
All right. I won't bring it up again if you won't.
I will involve a tentacle, and it will not be pleasant.
All right, touchy subject.
It was gross. So gross. I feel.
How do you think I feel about it?
I feel icky just from you saying it. Why did you even have to? Ugh. Gross. Ugh. Damn it! I named you.
But if you think of us as adventurers, then I feel safe in thinking of us as adventurers as well.
Oh, all right, good, because that's.
Because I don't trust mercenaries.
I don't really trust mercenaries. These guys are.
They're
all right.
cool. They're all right.
They're tiny children who are trying very hard.
I just don't trust them.
No, I don't either.
Not because I think they're shady, just because I think they're incompetent. They're two different tastes of not trusting someone.
So, I don't know.
Oh, hey, Dirk. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm still trying to clean up my mess.
Oh, gee.
Press
That's
digitation.
completely unrelated to what you said. This is an adult thing that adults do.
I press the digitation.
Oh, thanks.
You're clean now.
So you have no idea why you have these warlock abilities.
No, not really.
That's peculiar. I'll have to visit the next library to see if we can get a better book.
the best.
This one isn't the best. I love books.
I'm
don't get
looking
me wrong.
through it and it looks a little like.
It's a little dated. I bet they have like two or three newer editions of this shit.
It says at the beginning. It says, "So your baby knows Eldritch Blast."
It's a very rudimentary book.
Oh, maybe I was actually chosen long ago. Maybe.
Could be. Could have been born with these powers and you're just now developing them, or you could have just sold your soul and got them. I don't know.
Maybe
You definitely don't remember selling your soul. to
Maybe
anyone.
I made a wish and someone granted it. I just don't know it yet. And why the fuck are you throwing things at me now, Dirk?
Yeah, Dirk.
Yeah,
Come
Dirk.
on, we're trying to have a conversation.
Trying to have a conversation. Would you stop pouring shit on yourself and throwing shit at
I
us?
dropped that one and it just went really far.
Dirk just looks like a fucking mess. It's like it's Dirk's had a rough day. One of his
Go.
best friends lost the woman he thought he was going to live with forever.
None of this was in the job description.
But
It's
I
all
think
mercenary. It's right there.
I think with
You're
your
a
proper
lot.
guidance,
Yes.
our group of friends could do a lot of good for this world. I hope you capitalize on that.
I'll do my best to do good. But does it have to be good all the time? What if sometimes it's just good for us?
I mean, I'm not against that.
I mean, it's a lot of work
I
and
mean, it
responsibility
really depends on what we're doing to,
to be good for
further
us.
our own needs. Yes.
Right. No, but because in the end, my loyalties aren't to the people as a whole.
Hmm.
My loyalties are to making sure that you all don't die.
I mean, that's fair, but I feel like you can have loyalties to both.
I really don't care for people. I like
You don't have to care for people on an individual level.
I really don't care for them as a whole. They all suck. They suck a big one.
People are the foundation of civilization.
Yes,
Which
and
gives
he
us-
sucks a
Which
big
gives
one.
us great things like libraries and massage therapists.
Look, there are benefits, and some of the, I can tell Cranthorne used to tell Finnegan that that it was
What? Circling back to Finnick, what happened?
he didn't trust us. It was too many
That stinks.
things. It was too many things. We pushed him so far to the breaking
What
point.
pushed him?
Well, you were there. we
And
were
was
all
it Cass
there.
carrying around the bad juju?
Yes, it was Cass carrying around the Ruad Juju. That's
I mean, that's kind of fair.
Yes. It is concerning. However, I do trust Cass. I don't think he'd do anything to hurt us.
Unless someone paid him enough.
It'd have to be an awful lot.
But there is an amount.
There is an amount. I mean, oh no, is this why I don't have an amount where I would hurt you all for? Is this why I'm the mommy of the group? Oh no! I hate it so much. This is the gross. This is gross. This is gross. This is gross.
Responsibility is gross.
Gross. Oh, I wish I could wash. Can I press the digitation with my own hands?
No,
I
you
can.
never-
It does. It still
Never
don't
get
feel
that
clean.
filth off you.
I never still don't feel clean.
And also, if you wouldn't mind keeping that between me and you, that
The what part?
exactly. Good job.
What?
No,
No.
nothing.
You shitting your.
No, someone shit their pants. Man, it would suck to be them. What a loser.
I think she
Am
saw.
I right?
I think she saw.
No, she didn't.
She totally saw.
If she did, she would let me. I would. Oh man, she would never let me down. If she heard that, she would never respect me again.
I'm pretty
That
sure we all
is
passed the passive.
Yeah.
To know.
That is totally
Even
true.
Cranthorne
She
knows.
will.
Thank God.
If she knew, she would never respect you ever again.
If Silas found out about that,
Oh yes, your brother will probably
Oh,
never
God.
know. It's for
I'd
the
probably need a
best.
firebolt.
Yeah, firebolt straight into the sky, because how frustrating would that be? But don't worry, that will never happen. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha.
All right. Well, I think I'll top off the rest of this watch by reading one of my other two books while you're chewing on that. We're not doing a very good job of keeping watch on things. by
No,
reading
no, we're
these
not.
Books. The
No.
books are just so awesome.
This is so great. I've read a lot. Nothing to do with Arcana, but not a ton to do with history either, because I didn't think about this when I did all of my stuff.
Unless there's anything else Ronan wants to talk about, I think that'll be our
Nature.
watch.
No, I just wanted to touch base with you and make sure you were alright.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mommy.
I hate my life. This is my life now. I hate it. How do I escape this nightmare scenario?
Who is second watch?
I think it's me and Diggs.
Yep.
Before Etta goes
Etta.
to bed. Dearest brother's side. I have the best blackmail news for you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, Etta's on seconds. Run when you're alright, you look a little flustered.
Of course I am. I'm a woman with 5 children.
She's got responsibility.
Okay. I'm just gonna,
Just
good
go to
night,
bed.
and I
Good night.
leave.
I do a fainting couch like, oh, into the
Well,
room.
I'll talk to you in the morning when you're less dramatic. Have a good sleep.
I'm always dramatic.
Wrong. And I go to find. I'm assuming I'm finding you. Are you finding me or am I finding you?
He's a mess. He's found no one.
If the Diggs is preoccupied with
Oh.
Very cleaning up myself. Well, you prestidigitation.
Yeah,
never mind.
I predigited.
I
this is
soaked a
patting
lot
down
of
perfectly
weed.
dry outfit.
Yeah, he's very high and drunk.
Well, are any of your people not high and drunk?
Have you met these people? I am probably the most sober in this group. How do you think I keep these guys together?
Alright, well, we're on watch together, so.
Alright.
You do remember that, right? You
Yes,
said.
that one I
yeah,
remember.
okay.
I don't remember most things, but I know how to do my job.
Well, good job. Are we making rounds or are we picking a perch?
I think we should pick a perch.
Alright.
I'm having trouble.
I was going to suggest climbing on top of one of the wagons, but I have changed my mind.
I can do that. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Let's find out.
Why don't we make rounds? Why don't we make rounds instead? You look like you could use a walk.
But that requires.
Here's some water.
Oh, okay.
Please drink this.
Alright, and he's gonna take it and drink it. Because he knows he has responsibilities.
Good. I'm proud of you, man.
Someone's
Making-
gotta be competent in this group.
Are we making perception checks?
If you would like, otherwise I'll use your passive. Or in the case of Dirk, passive -5.
Ah! 16.
16.
Yep.
And Dirk rolls with disadvantage.
Oh my gosh.
-5
Oh,
and
that's
disadvantage?
Well, the -5 is the equivalent to disadvantage. If
Okay.
you're so actively rolling, you have disadvantage. On your
can't.
passive, you have -5.
6.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, you just hear the sounds of nightlife. There's crickets chirping. There's just whoo 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 just coming from nearby. Seems like a peaceful night. There's even the moon isn't too visible, but there's stars out. It's quite beautiful.
Man, it seems so serene tonight, am I right?
There's like a gentle breeze that just
Yeah.
swoops by,
Yeah.
and the smell of middle spring greets your nose.
Okay, alright. So, Diggs, how'd y'all get into the guarding extremely long wagon train business?
Me personally, because I can't speak for the rest of my guys.
That would require.
I mean, just use fine. I mean, I guess if you don't want, if it's not a story you want to tell, I ain't gonna force you to tell
You have
it.
free license to do whatever you want to do here.
Okay. Well, am I an adventurer or a mercenary? That's a good question.
How does the Diggs want to identify?
Well, there comes a time in every boy's life where they just want to experience the world.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And I
brother.
had very overprotective parents.
Okay.
I ain't got overprotective
Now,
parents, but I
I
got
can
an
just do
overprotective.
what I want. I mean, I love them to death.
That's
but-
why I left. That's why I left the capital.
Yeah, you see,
I
they're
feel you.
They gotta let a man breathe,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Except mine fucking found me.
They found you.
Always
Yeah,
find
Simon's
you.
my brother.
Oh,
The one that
they
yeah,
think you need babysitting.
yeah.
My parents, they tried to send my older sister with me.
No kidding.
No,
I made
no.
it about a month and a half before Simon managed to find me.
See, I'm the baby of the family. Everyone thinks
Me
I need
too.
protecting, really.
Jesus.
They're bonding.
Oh
no.
no, we're bonded hardcore.
Well,
I'm not not adopting that one.
Diggs becomes the NPC we just bring along.
Tell the street works. No.
No, that's great. So, where all you been?
I only recently got into this business. You know, there was this big fight. My dad was very against me becoming an adventurer, but you know, I left anyway.
That's fair.
I still write my mom though.
Alright, my mom too. Mom was fine with me leaving.
My mom was very upset and didn't want me to go.
Now, see, the only person who apparently had a problem with me leaving is Simon. He's the one that found me, so.
Oh.
Not my fault. You're an offenseless baby.
As we walk past the gym.
Yeah.
Will you stop fucking in your fucking sleep?
So, your friend who shot my friend's girlfriend.
Alright, to be fair, we gave them the opportunity to identify themselves. They neglected to identify themselves and then tried to move away. Didn't call out who they were. Didn't do nothing.
I mean, come on. When the tents are rocking, you don't go a knocking.
There were no tents. There were just two people in the trees
Well, we
watching
don't
us.
have tents. We have bedrolls.
No, that's not my
They
problem.
had the decency to go away.
Well, that's very kind of them. But they could have let, you know, it's like, hey, it's just us or me. Fuck off. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, as much as I want to be mad, I'd probably do the same thing in your situation.
Yeah, I mean, we took care of her till she got caught by undead things.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. My friend's gonna be very upset for a while about that one.
Yeah, he doing okay? He gonna be good to, you know, keep doing shit?
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll be, maybe a little more driven now that he has motivation. You know, the heroic backstory is building
Oh,
for
yeah.
him.
No better motivator than vengeance.
Or maybe a villainous one, who knows?
Hey, I mean, you do you. So long as your villainousness ain't affecting our heroicness, I guess it don't matter.
Oh, I didn't think about that one. Should I keep an
Right.
eye on him?
When we walk past, can we see
Just
Davis anywhere?
With your perceptions, no,
Is he gone?
you do not see Davis.
I think you're missing one, dude.
There is an empty bedroll.
I think you're missing one, dude.
Well, you know, it happens, I guess. I'm gonna be very upset. I hope he's doing well.
I mean, he could have just went off to like take a piss or something.
I don't know. I've had way too much to smoke and drink at this point.
I mean, you're on watch, right? Davis ain't on watch too.
No.
Should we give him he could be taking a dump too. I mean, you give him 30 minutes and then go find him or something.
Yeah, I guess I should look around for him.
Alright.
I don't know if he's in the middle of something villainous. I don't want to be the one to catch him.
I mean, maybe no, but you need to be the one to catch him. See, if you catch him right when they start the villainy, you have the chance to turn the villainy back around. And you're like his boss. So like you give him the good boss pep talk, and then he like puts his head back on straight.
You're the
I
daddy.
really hope that works, but he can be pretty stubborn. He can be pretty stubborn sometimes.
Yeah, but just speak from the heart, and it'll be fine.
Is this episode titled "You're the Mommy"?
We'll see where we're at.
No. Oh no.
Usually we find the title about halfway through.
Alright. So I guess we give her half an hour, and does Davis come back?
Half an hour later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I almost exactly half an hour. He, you see him kind of like not, kind of looking down, just crawl into his bedroll and turn away from everyone.
Oh.
Have you talked to him? Are you giving him are you gonna talk to him?
Yeah, I've tried to talk to him. He's one of them that keeps it bottled up, you know.
Maybe like give him a day. and then get him real drunk. And just let him
No,
cry
that
it out.
doesn't usually work.
Then again, you guys' default state is drunk and high, isn't it?
No, just high. I'm one of the only ones that get drunk.
Oh, okay.
You're the responsible one.
All right.
Yeah, I'm the
Alright.
responsible one. Yeah, I'm more mature, so I drink alcohol. You know.
You know, the real adult beverage is water.
I thought the real adult
Damn
beverage
straight,
was
sister.
coffee.
Huh?
I thought the real adult beverage was coffee.
Maybe it is. I don't fucking know.
Ask an adult, maybe, you two children.
I'm 25. I know what I'm doing. No, vodka's not the adult beverage. No.
No,
It is a adult beverage.
It's a adult beverage.
but you know, I try to talk to him, but he don't. No,
No.
I let him do his own thing.
I mean, maybe just keep an eye on him, maybe.
Give him a little space, and if he wants
Yeah.
to talk about it, he'll come around in a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Similar thing happened when one of my guys lost their pet parakeet.
Oh,
I'd be devastated.
that's real sad.
It was really sad. It was rough. I really grown to like him.
Oh,
Poor Tweety.
was he like a troop mascot or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's real sad.
He was our unofficial mascot.
Oh.
His name is
But
Perry.
you know,
He died just before we can make him official.
part of the job.
Oh.
You'll win some, you'll lose some.
Oh.
At least he died an honorable death.
Indeed.
We were being shot at by spells, because this is that kind of a game.
Mhm.
And the bird swooped in and took the fall.
This sounds starting to sound like a whole lot of bullshit.
It exploded like when you hit a bird with your car, like a fireball.
That's exactly what
Toasted
happened.
feathers. Oh no.
And just the tiniest chicken.
Yeah. Perfectly cut.
Little legs
It's
like
still
in
good.
nubbins and everything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
those little paper thingies.
I'm just assuming we keep shooting the shit while we keep watching.
Yeah. We're just like walking, just casually talking. Everyone's
Yeah.
just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he's grabbing
Oh
books.
no! Please don't do that. Anything but that.
Everything's fine.
We're watching.
Everything's fine.
We're watching. Is there anything else you want to do on Watch, Bethany?
No, but occasionally I'm gonna like glance over at Davis to make sure he's not.
Oh, you're a good leader. You're doing such a good job.
What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12.
Yeah, you he never quite comes into focus for you. You're there.
Yeah.
You look at him for a bit, and like he doesn't seem to be moving. He's out.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just like occasionally, glancing over, making sure he's still there, not plotting. some-
I have the
something.
correct amount of bodies around our campfire.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing on watch. I mean, not all I'm doing. I'm actually being on watch too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I keep a casual glance to make sure Simon's tent's not on fire.
I'm gonna snuggle it up with Cass.
You are cuddling Cass.
do you smell smoke? I'm just kidding.
Oh, did you fail your roving cuddler check?
I did.
Oh,
I always
no.
do.
What about your snore check?
Oh, that's,
Oh,
I
there's
can't even
no
make
check
it. Yeah,
for
there
that.
is no check.
This is automatic
I don't
fail.
snore, so there's no check to be made.
You do, and it's right in my fucking ear.
So who's third watch? You two.
Granville and Cassian.
Night seems quiet.
Indeed, yeah. Forest sounds. Clear sky. And then about an hour in,
Oh.
you see
Is this on their watch or ours?
your watch. You see light coming from the woods and down the road.
Thomas, do you see?
And then you hear shouts
I do.
shortly thereafter. They sound panicked.
Wake up the others. I'm gonna go look.
Of course. I got my maul
Huh?
out. I'm going to go to probably run one first, actually.
The girls' tent, we're both in there.
Yep, we're both in there.
Yes.
Apologies, ladies.
Nah.
No.
No, if they're it's dark.
No.
Just get up. Don't.
There is
What?
a light and screen.
There are a number of lights.
Oh.
Many
Oh.
lights.
Like magical or torch?
Looks like torchlight.
Like flickering, I guess, with a flame.
Now that I've successfully woken them up, off to Simon.
You peek your head into the tent and you actually.
Cass is moving off to the side.
There's trouble,
heading
dear
forward
boy.
To go see.
Arise.
Oh, I'm still wearing my
Stop
Scrooge McDuck
Please.
pajamas.
Are we running up the road? What are we doing?
14.
Yeah, Cranthor's gonna start
Herself,
running up
and
the
then-
road.
Alright,
Perception?
Etta follows Cran.
And he's gonna make plenty of noise to wake everybody up as he's walking.
18 for perception.
Okay.
Or is it disadvantage because there's night or there is light?
So it depends on what you're trying to look for. If it's around the light sources, no disadvantage. If you're listening, no disadvantage.
Light sources, that's what I'm looking
Okay.
for.
Yes, you see, you move up a little ways,
Mhm.
and you see what look mostly humans, in either like kind of commoners' clothes, some of them in like sleepwear, just running, like just crisscrossed, not organized at all through the woods. Not quite in your direction, but like let's say you're down here on the road, they're cutting this diagonal path in front of you, running from one part of the woods to the next, or running down the road kind of in your toward you. There's no organization of this at all, and they're all shouting and everything. And you see one of the lights toward the back. There's this massive shadow that just kind of moves, and the light goes out. And you just hear kind of a then nothing.
I have a question. Have I gotten my long rest yet?
You have.
Yeah.
You've slept the whole time.
Yeah, technically you have a little bit of like awake downtime you need still, but the sleep part is done.
So I get to roll hit die. and
Not yet.
such?
Not
Oh no.
I would let you roll short rest hit die if you've got anything to blow for that.
Okay, yeah, definitely gonna
Oh,
do
well, then
that.
I do that,
yes.
Yeah, let me do that. I need to do that.
Yeah, anyone who has just had at least an hour versus everybody, if you want to roll your short rest hit die, I will totally allow that since the long rest hasn't formally finished.
Oh crap.
Have we done a short rest since we did our last long rest?
Nope.
Okay. I have 2 hit die spent, but I don't know what I spent them on.
Oh, well,
One.
maybe it's an accident.
It
Really
may
sucks.
be. I don't know what I
7
did.
so far. I got 1 left.
Fuck.
Don't forget your con mod to the total.
Yes. So 7 plus 10, 17.
All right over there, Diggs.
No.
Didn't think so. Awful question of me to ask.
So the it's getting louder for the rest of you in the camp. Anyone who's passive is above a 12.
Cass sort of made his way back to make sure it runs up.
Yeah, you can hear it at this point.
So it has to be
Well, actually,
above 12.
Above 12.
Actually, he wants to hunker down where he is and look to see if he sees
I already woke
anything,
you up.
sees the big thing moving, where it's going.
Sure. So you're looking for something, and then you see like another shadow kind of move. It looks like a large creature of some sort. But that light goes out before you can like focus in.
Okay.
All right, as soon as I get out there, I can do dancing lights.
So yeah,
I
Cass is
forget
gonna
how
then
far
move
I
back.
can do
120
dancing
feet.
lights. 120 feet.
Are the rest
Another
of us?
stealth roll?
1 second. Whoop, 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 whoop.
It is concentration.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. So 120 feet, dancing lights.
So do dancing lights down the road?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Down towards wherever the sounds are.
Okay. And kind of stomping into the fringe of your light is a tree with kind of a facial expression worn onto it. And you hear it bellow down the road. In a you don't understand what it's saying. I'm assuming no one here speaks Sylvan.
Ooh, let me check. I don't think so.
Did
Nope.
he didn't? He didn't.
And it just gets druidic as a druid.
Common, Aquan, and Draconic.
So it's just kind of like the tree talks, but you can't understand it. And then it goes out of your light, like across the road.
I'm moving.
And you see kind of riding a dire wolf come into the light as well. An elf in kind of leaf-covered green armor with a similar colored cloak that looks like it could easily camouflage into the forest surroundings. Atop a dire wolf. It has kind of a long blade that looks like it could reach out as far as a spear. And it looks at the fleeing villagers before it. And then it circles around and returns to the darkness behind it. It was large with a dirty white fur. There were like patches of brown kind of around it. It had a war saddle that was across its back.
Yeah.
And it also had kind of a loose, not quite a helm,
Okay.
with some protective facial covering as it bared its teeth.
I
as
don't
though-
recognize them though.
No,
Okay.
no.
Why would you recognize them?
Because I met one of them
Oh, that's
before I met you guys.
I didn't mean to banish
Have I
one,
ever
though.
seen any of these tree things before in the bog?
Give me just a d20 roll.
That smells
16.
No, but you've heard of them. You are aware that this is a ent,
No, I don't fight them.
and that they tend to be passive creatures. Normally, if they come to violence, they've been wild up. But you've never met one yourself, or spoken with one.
They're gonna love our caravan full of wood.
Yeah,
So,
this is bad.
let's make sure we get the people to safety. Yeah. All right. I keep the light up. I was like, all right, people, come this way, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, anyone. So some of them run in the woods. They never really, in their panic, they don't stop. They could just go right by you. But a few do actually come to your caravan. And they're just, the elves, our village, they're burning it all down. Everyone, we got out.
I slap
It's
'em.
hell.
Calm down. What's wrong?
The banished. They came in the night and they burned our food and our homes, and we ran as fast as we could.
I wish Finnegan was here to talk him down.
Well,
Indeed.
like that would help. All right, wake up everyone else. Time to move. Oh, why did I clap?
I do not know.
All right, just get it done. Let's go. We start waking up people. And
Okay.
moving
Yeah.
the lights around.
You're shaking people awake and.
It's time to go.
Anyway.
It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Let's go.
Yep. They're rolling up their bags. They're getting ready. You see the attendees are just chucking their stuff in the back of wherever there's space.
Yes.
Yeah, people are hurrying to decamp as fast as they can.
Yeah, I did have that natural one. Where am I at?
You are about 60 feet ahead.
Mhm.
And you're out of light,
You're a disgrace.
Okay.
so you can't see that clearly. Like
Even
you're-
with the dancing lights coming up.
you're not within its radius of light.
She's a disgrace.
You see things around you, like that area of the dancing lights is fine. Just where you were specifically at, you don't see.
Okay.
Where is Thomas?
You can't really see your immediate surroundings. You're kind of relying on touch and hearing to get around right now. And
Idiot.
you feel a hand, not aggressively but firmly, grab your shoulder. And then shortly thereafter, a blade against your neck. And in a soft but firm female voice.
This is hot.
That's what she says.
I'm not here to kill these people. But if you do not leave our land, no one will know your graves.
We're just passing through. That's all.
Then be gone. And any treasures of the forest that you bear, surrender them to their rightful owners.
And that would be to you.
It would be to the forest.
To the force itself.
And then you feel kind of a push of your head and a vine kind of like coming into your like the little bit of dim vision you have from the starlight and everything else, and then a large oaken like leg just kind of walk by you through the woods, and then you don't see the whole thing.
How
And
shapely is this
just
leg?
comes by you.
The end.
This is the end. Yeah.
Very.
It's about it's further wide than I can like hug. It's
Is that big boy?
sizable.
May I ask, am I speaking to Pavish?
That is my name.
A friend told me that you would be around.
And yet you came.
Yes. Foolishly, of course.
I understand that your race is young and does not understand the mark they leave on this world. But you must take these ill-gotten goods and return them and go about your life where you do not plague my people and the world we are trying to maintain.
I understand.
I'm going to let you go. But if you ever trespass with something like this again, you will be greeted with a volley of arrows and not my merciful blade. And then she shifts into the darkness.
Witchcast would stay with his back to her and give her a few minutes.
Yeah.
Before he would move.
Yeah, you don't even hear her move. She's
Yeah. Yeah, he'd just give it a few minutes. Take a deep breath. Return to the group.
Group's freaking out.
Thomas.
At this point, whatever villages were fleeing by you have consolidated around your caravan and are like relying on you for help. Like the elves have not pursued them, neither have the Ents. Like anyone in the clearing is being left alone at this point. But they're all terrified and just kind of whispering on huddled around each other.
Yeah,
Everybody calm down.
Thomas!
Witchcast will walk back on the road so people can see him coming. Because he imagines they're on edge.
Yeah, Krathor would be up a little bit looking for you.
There you are. Alright, now that we're all here, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Are
No,
we sure we will
No,
move?
we need to leave these here. We're done with this.
Leave what here?
The fucking wood.
Why?
That's what they're here for.
Idiot.
What is who for?
It's right
The banished.
there.
The we already knew the Banished would probably get
Yeah,
us
that's
in
what they're
trouble.
here for. They have giant fucking. I imagine I don't know what an
Ants.
ant is.
You saw walking trees, so you know that's a thing.
Yeah. It's a giant fucking walking tree.
They are called Ents.
Trees
It's
burn.
whatever.
We'll be fine.
That is not
No.
wise.
No.
Alright, well, you can let the caravan master know that then.
Fine.
Where is
As
Raymond?
long as
So
we're-
what are we just abandoning these people? What if
If
they want to
these
continue forth?
Ents
Get a
are
job done.
fighting and killing.
Hey,
Something dire has happened.
hey, Diggs.
Yeah.
Are we going to keep doing the job, or are we going with these guys?
You got paid for a job, Diggs.
I don't want to fight a tree.
They are giant fucking trees. And they walk.
Trees can be slain like any other monster.
Let's go find Raymond and have a conversation.
Yeah, what are we doing, boss?
He should be made aware at the very
That's how I
least.
met Tavish.
Is Raymond
Oh,
Yes.
well, you ain't dead.
Only because she didn't slice my throat.
That was polite of her. That's right, neighborly.
But she was only polite because she wants us to return the logs back to the forest where they belong.
That ain't my call.
Well, that's for them then. I'm done.
Let's go talk to Raymond real quick. Let's go talk to him. Let's all go talk to him. Let's have a
I am
conversation.
of a
I'd like to talk to the guy who hired me to almost die over some wood.
I am of a mind with Thomas.
So you work your way to the front where the treasure cart is, and Raymond has locked himself inside.
Our
Krathor
brave
walks
leader.
up and
No, you can't have the treasure. It's mine.
Raymond,
it
it's
is
looking at
us, your God.
Oh, good. Is this over? Are we done? Are we good?
Nope, get
Not
out of
yet.
here,
We must speak.
We're speaking.
Raymond. Get out the door. We're gonna break the fucking door.
There's
Damn.
there's like
yeah, Jesus.
there is a
It's
door
burning
and it's got like iron bars, but there's a slat on the other side of the bars, and it slides open, and Raymond's face kind of like presses up against the bars.
We're gonna need a raise.
Friend, you can either come out or I can open this fucking thing.
Look, I'm right here.
Don't be
What,
so
what do you want?
aggressive.
Come on out. Let's talk.
Give me a persuasion.
Or intimidation.
That would work too.
I was gonna say probably intimidation. Actually, no. Definitely persuasion.
Which one do you roll for first or
Oh, never mind. I have proficiency in neither. So it doesn't matter. That's a 13.
13.
I thought I had it in persuasion, but I don't. Oh, I read performance. I do have it in persuasion. 15. Sorry.
All right, fine. Hold on. You hear some things unlatch, and then the door, and he hops down from the wagon. What?
Look, the banished, they want their wood back.
Of course.
Yeah,
That's why you hired us, Cass.
of course.
They have ends.
But, yeah, they have
This
giant,
is
I have you.
beyond us.
giant walking trees.
Why are you so scared
You
of
think
trees?
you want us to stop giant walking trees?
These creatures.
Look, I didn't know they'd be walking trees, but look, you've got swords and you can make fire. That's good.
That thing's leg was the size of me.
Well, you're not very big.
Don't let it step on you.
It's not saying much.
And do not attack
not
without
Yeah,
provocation.
it's not super big.
What are we provoking? We're just going down a road.
You cut down a bunch of trees, dude.
I
It
mean-
is that they are most likely angry.
I don't think any of these are a friend of theirs. I mean, I don't know.
That's the problem.
Look, I work for a guild. I was told I just work this caravan. We're moving some trees. That's what I'm paid to do.
Well, good. Then they probably got insurance,
Well,
right?
Yes, then what do?
I don't make money on that though.
We take the treasure cart and go.
Do you want to be alive?
Well,
Look,
that's
I'll
where
give
we
you.
live.
I'll give you a raise.
Say that again, Cass.
The treasure cart is what we
Thomas.
all take and go. You say you lost the wood.
It's his treasure cart, though.
Right. He can.
No, he's coming.
Okay.
Right. I'm not
Okay.
saying we.
We're
take
not
it from
offing
him.
him.
We're not offing you. Calm down.
Look, that woman, the treasure cart. That's what you want to bring to her, right?
My treasure cart.
It's your treasure cart, right? I'm not saying it's not.
That is why we do
But-
not leave it.
You want to go be with that woman with all this treasure? Let's go.
Yeah.
Fuck the trees.
Got a lot of money on
What
the
woman?
trees.
Yeah, well, you don't got
Yeah.
a life with your new lady
Look,
if you don't drive the trees.
I could
What lady?
share a little bit more with you if that's what you need. I could.
I don't think you understand,
It's good.
sir.
The issue
We keep the issue here is if we keep the trees, we
We're
get
dead.
God's know how many elves, plus God knows how many fucking walking trees,
And
and we all end up dead and nobody gets the fucking treasure cart. It ain't about a raise, man. It's about whether you live to see the fucking city or not.
So you get to roll with advantage, and the reason you get that is after you finish that sentence, you hear a loud. Just a croaking like oak branch just comes out of like just through like the nearby torchlight, and then the light is out. And he's like, oh. But go ahead and roll with advantage.
Krantor sheathes his maul. I will not attack creatures of Rumblethick.
Persuasion? 14.
With advantage?
Fuck it, get in the cart.
Alright, awesome. We're leaving. We're leaving.
Now I only have room for 6 of you.
We can walk.
I can walk.
We get the villagers on the cart, guys.
Wait, no. We should take the horses, leave the logs, and then
Oh, that's
everyone
fair.
can
Right,
ride
we
on
can cut the
the
logs off. That's
Let's
not a
cut the
problem.
logs off, and then we'll put everyone on the carts, and then we'll walk.
Sounds good. I'm getting out of here.
Cass takes out his knife and I'll start cutting the logs off.
Yep, I don't
Krantor will
start.
assist with his dagger.
Yeah, so there are a grand total of
Just cutting things with their That's what she's got.
should be 56
Yeah, Derek's gonna
horses
go
total.
through and cut some stuff with his sword.
Four
No.
per 4x14.
Yeah. So
So-
48 and then 16, 56.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
So the horses should be much better now that they don't have to carry so many logs. But now, how many people do we have?
You only have a couple dozen villagers.
Okay.
So we put them. We
we
can
put them
on
on
the cart.
in the place of the logs.
Do we release these other horses?
Yep.
Because I don't want to try to take the whole.
That
fucking-
As
would
as
be
you
wise.
We
so are you
have to
trying to
have
like
attendants.
drag the logs out of the carts, like you're taking the time to like move it.
Oh no,
Are
we're
they
just
bound
like
to
pushing.
it or?
Cutting it and let it
There's like leather
fall.
straps and stuff you have to like get off of them.
Yeah, no, they're
But
just
are
cutting
there
the
sides?
straps.
Are they not just all gonna tumble off if we?
No, they would still need to be like pulled off.
Oh, Cranthor will do that.
That's
With
just-
That
athletics.
We got. There are 14
Yeah, let-
wagons.
Let the attendants see. Yeah,
And then they
You know,
try. It takes
help.
some. It takes some time.
It
that's.
takes a long time.
Unnatural
minutes,
20 to
like-
help.
Even in a hurry.
Oh hey, look at
A
you.
nat 20.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural
to help.
20. You're still making some good progress. As you are emptying the carts of wood, a couple of the ants actually come out of the forest and just start like picking the logs up.
Cranthor will hand them out to them.
They take them out, and after they've emptied the first cart, one of the ants picks Cranthor up and just puts him in the wagon. And then it like walks away to another cart and begins to like unload it.
Rumblefick guide you, old one.
And you just kind of hear a and then like a leaf kind of drifts towards you, and it has it's surprisingly solid, but you suspect that if you give it a little lick, it would stick to your shell.
We have done the right thing this day.
The cowardly thing.
The
SWAT
right.
thing if you want to
The
survive.
chicken shit thing.
The SWAT thing if you want to survive.
I'd like to
You'll,
go see if I'd like to go talk to the villagers, please.
Yeah, they are horrified, but avoiding the ants. Like as they come into life, they walk to the other side of the cart that they are near.
They ain't gonna hurt you. They ain't gonna hurt you. Is anybody hurt? Did you leave anybody behind? Do we need to find anybody?
There are confused talks of like siblings and relatives of some sort that were lost in the village that they don't know where they're at. There's people who are like, I fell and I'm bruised. Like, no one looks on the verge of death,
Okay.
but there's definitely like a cacophony of like, I don't know where my friends or family, or I'm injured mildly. Like, all this
Roughly
stuff
how
comes toward
many of you, in proportion to the village, are here? How many more are there besides y'all?
There were about 100 of us before.
Jesus fuck.
We all went different ways. Like, we don't know.
I put a hand on Edda's shoulder and say, "You save what you can, Edda.
I mean, yeah, but
No, it's not. We didn't cause it. It's fine.
we don't. But we're also not in danger anymore either.
We can't go back.
Hmm.
We can't go back.
No, this
Yeah,
was
what are we
forward.
doing now?
This was forward, right? They were running towards us.
Yeah, they were
We-
ahead
we
of
didn't-
you.
Yeah, we hadn't
Yeah.
passed them yet. We
Right.
were headed that way.
Yeah.
Simon, you said you were worried about if we were adventurers or mercenaries, right?
This is
Mercenaries-
what an
This
adventurer.
is what an adventurer would do. Mercenaries
Is
would
it?
just yes. Mercenaries would just go off and like, ants, I'll kill it. I can kill anything because I'm a mercenary and I'm tough.
Or they would have offed Raymond and taken the treasure cart.
Yes.
For all we know, these guys are bad guys.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Ents serve Rumblefick's will.
It seems like they're serving these elves will.
The elves often coincide with Rumblefick's beliefs.
So wait, do you think that we're doing a bad thing?
I don't know if we're doing a bad thing or a good thing, really.
I think we're doing the thing that keeps the most people from not being dead right now. So
Yeah.
Well, these ants are just going to continue threatening people.
I don't think they are, Simon.
I mean, we just let the capital know. We just let the next town know what happened, and then they'll take care of it.
Cranford, do
Civilization.
ants normally act on people like this?
No, not without provocation.
Yes, this is much bigger than us.
Because he knows every single ant that's ever existed.
This is-
Up to
okay.
this point, Cranthor's been a pretty good source on anything related to trees and tree things and nature shit, so I'm inclined to believe him.
What do we do now?
We
Well-
move.
We move
Continue
Once-
on the path.
Yeah, once the carts are empty.
and find a different road.
Yeah. And if you want to shuffle people in, it's not hard at all. You can get about 12 per cart.
Okay.
It's tight, but
We do it.
Yep.
Do it.
Cranthor will hang on to the back, just dig his claws in.
okay. So you load a couple of the carts up with people. You have the treasure cart ahead of those. Do you do anything for remaining horses?
Well, they already have attendants, so they might as well keep their horses.
Okay. Yeah. As soon as you said the attendants each get their own horse, and
Well,
there's
no, the
spares?
attendants already had like
The
horses
wagons,
that their
yeah.
wagons they were in charge of, right?
yes.
But it's like 1, maybe 2 attendants per wagon, and that's 4 horses per 2 people.
We
They
should
can still
free the
control it, though.
extras.
No.
No,
horses
yeah,
are
we just take the
money.
wagons.
We're
They can
taking
still
the
keep all
wagons.
their wagons.
Yeah, we're still keeping the wagons as they are.
Oh, you're gonna take all of the wagons.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're not really stopped from doing that, so that's fine.
We just the thing that we leave behind are the logs. Everything else is the same.
Yep.
Nothing stops you from doing this.
That's
We're
what
ready
we
to
do.
move.
As soon as the logs are gone, well, we are gone.
Yep.
And so
The whole process takes probably about 45 minutes.
Okay.
There are a lot of logs.
Simon, you mind if I borrow your goggles if I'm gonna scout ahead?
I feel safer with them on me.
All right.
do you
Fair
want
enough.
me to come with you?
No, it's fine.
Oh, I can stay back.
As
You can take my man with you.
the last log is unloaded toward the back, assuming you're waiting for all of it to be done,
Right.
you're and in the side of the treasure cart is an arrow with a bag dangling from it,
Cass is gonna go over to it.
and
Granthor will go with you.
it's not very heavy. It's a small
Right.
bag.
I assume I'm already there. In the treasure.
Yeah, it's whoever is around that area.
Yeah, no, I'm watching. I'm not
Cass
getting
can
it.
take it.
Okay, so you grab it off the arrow, and inside is a very like gaudy golden medallion with an emblem of the kingdom in it. But it looks quite valuable.
He'll look towards where the arrow came from. I imagine he knew kind of the direction it came out of.
It's too dark for you to see.
Too dark.
Does this mean something to you?
Does it?
Yeah, your character I think would be familiar with this. This is jewelry is commonly worn by like a viceroy. It's a statesman symbol. Basically, this could be used as kind of a VIP
Yeah, let me
piece of
see.
jewelry.
Well, all right. Or you
No,
don't have to.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cass will
Do you want?
walk over to Runman
Yes.
and hand you the bag. Hold on
Okay,
to
thank
that.
you. Of course. I'll put it in the. Can I take a peek? I take a peek.
Sure. So when Runman looks at it,
Yes.
you are, without even needing to roll, you're aware like this is used by kind of newer appointees. So these are viceroys who don't have a lot of actual authority, but they've been granted some land due to whatever favor was owed them, or they did some great service, so they were given this as kind of a rank up. Whoever held this at one time wasn't super important, but the amulet itself is valuable. You could even roll an appraisal to see how much gold you think you could get out of it if you were to pawn it.
I would love to roll an appraisal.
Yes, and I believe you're very good at that now.
Yes. 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 Okay.
What skill is that? Is it its own skill?
Oh wait. Remind me. We did. No, we did advantage now.
Yes.
Advantage on investigation. checks.
Investigation. It's an investigate to appraise, and you have double proficiency on that one.
Yeah, double
Yes.
Would I
proficiency.
actually be able to roll on that as well without the, of course, double proficiency, just because I've likely seen this before?
Sure.
Granthor don't know a damn thing about it.
I got a 14.
23.
23. You know it's valuable. You're not quite sure how much. You take a look at it, like, oh, you, with the right people who could get their hands on that and kind of abuse it. On the market, you could get 800 gold. On the black market, to the right buyer, 1,500 to 2,000 is within reason.
Keep that hidden.
Of course. I put it away in the bag.
Make
Yeah,
them to use
definitely not legal to carry those around unless you have like a
Right.
reason to have it.
That's why he's keep that hidden.
Of course, of course, of course.
I'm assuming I would have went up to take my usual spot with Runwin, so did I steal that too?
You saw a bag. No one pulled it out.
Okay.
I'll explain
So
to
you noticed they
later.
were looking at something in it.
I'll
Okay.
let you know later. And I'll let you.
Nothing dangerous.
No, nothing dangerous, Cranthor. And then, like, telepathically, I then tell Cranthor, this is what telepathically means to me. I telepathically tell you that, no, it's nothing dangerous. It's just a medallion or an amulet that a viceroy normally wears. And that is very concerning. It seems like maybe they killed someone. I don't know. It kind of freaked me out. There was an ant over there. There were a bunch of ants. This is an oak? Do you have a leaf on you now?
Chattering
I
for like 5
do.
minutes in your.
You're just
Telling him everything. Just,
Yeah, no,
oh
just,
my god!
oh my god!
It's
Like
word
it's
vomit.
Yeah, it's a word vomit of feelings and lots of thoughts. At you.
Cranthor will, it would seem they killed the viceroy then.
Yes, and that's not good. That's not good at all. I don't know if we should tell people about that or not. He's new, maybe it isn't that big deal. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad no matter who you are.
We should keep it secret for now, I think.
It's for the best. Agreed. Cassian, darling.
Mm.
Please take out that arrow.
Cass pulls the arrow out.
Yeah,
Throw it
it's
away.
well, give me an athletics actually. I mean, it was an arrow shot into the side of this wagon.
That's a 9.
Oh god.
It doesn't really
9.
give.
That'll break it.
Cranthor, seeing that you're having trouble,
Or do I have to roll for that? I imagine I can break an arrow pretty easily.
Right.
19.
So you break it. There's a little bit of shaft and arrowhead left there in the side, and Cranthor kind of comes up and grabs that last bit of wood and plucks it out.
Good job. Teamwork. Toss it away.
Well, maybe we ought to keep it. Y'all sold information last time.
Is there anything about this
Give
arrow that would
me-
identify it as more of?
Oh
an
yeah,
elvish
yeah. The craftsmanship
Yeah,
of it is an
open-
obvious tell.
Open the bag. Put it in. Put it in.
All else fails, maybe Raymond could give that to the guild and
Or
say, "Hey, we escaped with the money cart."
You
We got
you
that.
suspect that the point is so fine that it would ignore armor.
Maybe you should have put it in the bag. Just like that. I immediately react to keeping the bag. It's like so sharp. Maybe it breaks the bag. I like the bag. It's a nice bag. Alright, we put it in the bag.
Cass will just be like, "Do you want it in the bag or
I don't know!
There should be
put it in my
shame.
backpack?" You put it in his
Alright.
backpack.
It makes
Okay.
a hole in your backpack. Oh, I knew it.
If it did, I'd probably laugh. Actually.
I know.
It does not immediately tear through your backpack.
Hey. Good. I kind of wanted to.
But your caravan of empty wagons is unaccosted. But you do see, kind of as you're advancing forward, a not very tall humanoid walks out of the darkness towards you,
Well,
dressed in
Which, if I'm s-
armor of some sort. But Mr. Sparks, please describe what the players see.
Cranthor moves between this person and the rest, and
Well, I
just
guess
kind of.
Yeah.
what I see
Ed will
first,
post
because
up
I would be
beside
scouting
Cranthor.
ahead.
Be you
was in
friend
the
or
dark.
foe?
I'm sorry.
He was in the dark. There wasn't a torch near him.
Oh, okay. But I know there's a figure there.
You might have heard him, some footfalls, but it would have been like close by.
Okay.
This time I just see who it is since he has goggles.
Sure. Within 60 feet of the caravan.
Yeah, Mr. Sparks. He carries a two-handed maul. He's wearing a bowler cap. He's wearing a like a white one of those commoners shirts. And he's got suspenders on and black slacks.
I trust him immediately.
He's short, like he said, a short humanoid. He's about 5 foot tall. So he's got a very well trimmed beard. He approaches confidently.
Now-
Be you friend or foe?
Well, what are you, pal? Friend or foe?
To be fair, you're the one with your hand on
Depends
your
who
weapon.
you are.
Yeah, I don't even have my weapon out. You got your hand on yours.
Now, Mr.
Grant.
I will interject really quick. Mr. Sparks, to give you a clue of what you just came out of.
Mm-hmm.
You've been traveling down this road. There's some work in the region you heard might be available, and as you're working your way toward where you thought that work would be, you decided that you would stay at a tavern at this very small woodland town that was just off the road. You were just starting to settle down for the night, not quite ready for your wash, but you had a few drinks at the tavern, and all of a sudden hell broke loose. These elves and a variety of beast and tree things besieged the town that you were in.
Okay.
And within a few short moments, whatever militia were there were just completely overcome. And there were just screams and things on fire, chaos all around. As you were contemplating how to deal with this, a few elves approached you, dressed in sort of a green armor that was as similar, well, green and brownish armor as though in tree and bush colors. And they advanced on you. And as they approached, one of them said, "You've picked a bad time to stay at this inn, dwarf. We recommend finding your hospitality elsewhere."
I
And
see.
they moved you on your way.
And I'll respond in Elvish. Well, I agree.
They, one of them kind of takes you, not roughly, but they grab you by, like, the shoulder of your outfit, and they guide you toward the edge of the village, and they tell you to walk this way, and when you come to the road, you can continue south.
Thank you for your hospitality.
And they also inform you not to draw your weapon, and then they leave you to that.
You'll mosey on down the road after that.
And here you are.
Grantor removes his hand from his
He's got a
weapon.
wicked beard. We have to trust him.
That is not what qualifies trust.
That's the guy without a beard. Wait, I don't have one either.
I cannot grow hair.
Cassie has a beard.
I do.
Honestly, his beard's probably longer than mine.
That's true, but is it well trimmed?
Probably not. I don't know.
No, Cass keeps his very well trimmed.
What did you say your name was, Mister?
Most people call me Mr. Sparks.
Mr. Sparks. Is that your birth name? I've never met someone with the first name Mister.
So you want to know my full name? What's your full name, handsome?
Simon Malrick.
My full name's Zilroy Iron Sparks.
Pretty strong name.
For a strong dwarf.
You
I
can
can tell.
you can roll me an intelligence check on that.
I got a 9.
You haven't heard of this dwarven group.
I would love to roll if I am allowed to.
Yep.
Feel it. What am I rolling? Intelligence?
Intelligence, straight intelligence.
It's cat.
I don't know. That's pretty. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, 19.
19.
Well, 30, 20.
You would know. So not only do dwarf surnames are based on the craft their family handles,
Mm-hmm.
but you know that the Iron Sparks, at least this particular generation of Iron Sparks, are dwarves who actually didn't fit in very well with their society. They're not very crafty dwarves, but they are kind of used as security, which is useful. It's just looked down on in dwarf society. So they're a lower rung dwarf clan
Am I
or family.
also able to roll on that since security is?
Yeah, I'd say that you might have brushed into a relative or two.
We come from a big family.
Straight intelligence, right?
Yes.
Only a 13.
No.
Okay.
No.
I look at you and I go, oh no.
What do you mean, oh no?
You
Not-
sound like
nothing.
a fantasy Pinkerton is what you
I
sound.
rolled a 4.
Nothing by it. It's nothing.
Well, you got a problem with the Iron Sparks. And he puts his thumbs in his suspenders.
Roll.
Grantor sees your hammer.
Yeah, you like my hammer?
Anyways, are you...
I do.
I call it the motivator.
Yeah, speaking of motivation, do you want to get on and go to the next town with us? Because you're in the way.
In the way, I'm just walking here.
Yeah, on the road.
Where else would I walk? You want me walking the fucking brush? You guys,
Get off the side. Get off the side. Look at us. We're huge.
It is a big road.
it's a big road. I'm a small guy.
Then why are you walking right in the middle?
Why not? You got rules on where a guy can walk and where he can't?
Yes.
Listen, Runwin, if he stays in the middle of the road and gets run out over by a wagon, that's his business.
I don't.
Listen.
He's about to get run over by
Listen,
a
fellas.
Excuse you.
Beautiful
She's a
lady.
lady.
Fellas and beautiful lady.
Nah,
I'm-
it's fine, Ed. It's
You said fellas 3 times. We have to listen to him.
Fellas.
More fellas fall out of the woods around us.
It's raining men.
Hallelujah.
I see you got a bit of a convoy going on here. I'm quite adept at protective services.
No, we don't really need. Well, we don't really have anything to worth guarding anymore.
I mean, people are worth guarding, my friend.
That's true.
The best resource you can have.
That's true.
You should not travel alone. We face.
I don't travel alone. I
undead
travel with
previously.
Zagid.
Zagid.
Look, if I give you 5 gold right now, will you just get in here and shut up and go? Let us go.
I mean, I normally work for more than that, but you know, it's kind of a slow day.
That's just to get you on
Right.
the car.
Get
Well,
on.
We'll talk more about pay along the ride.
Alright.
How
We're
little-
not
how
getting
little there
paid
will be.
anymore.
Make it 6.
No.
All right, 5 it is. I'm in.
All right.
Good negotiator. What's your name?
Rodman Lambor, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
All right, and I
Mr. Sparks.
yeah, I know. And I give you 5 gold.
Granthor of Clan Iron Shell.
Well, I come from Iron Sparks. That's pretty fucking close, pal.
Indeed. Oh dear.
For those of you at home who don't know, he just shook his hand until it wiggled. It was
Now Iron
pretty
Sparks are
good.
known for their handshakes there. Big turtle-looking motherfucker.
I am sizable, yes.
Yes,
but
you are. Quite the fucking muscles there.
Do you want to try that again with a different inflection? Motherfucker?
I thought it was perfect. I just said.
It's beautiful. A plus.
I would like to inspect your hammer.
We'll take a look, pal. What do you call your hammer?
It does not have a name.
We've started going again, by the
I
way.
will hand it
okay.
to you.
Got a nice heft to it. You should
as
name it.
does yours.
Every good hammer needs a name.
Can I tell if this
The
is
motivator's taken.
magic in any way?
Not really.
No.
Here's yours. Do I see all of you?
Cass was scouting a little bit ahead,
Probably not Cass.
so want me to roll stealth against passive?
Yeah.
That's a 19.
You don't see Cass.
Mr. Sparks.
Edda, Malric.
Nice to meet you, Edda. That's a hell of a fucking handshake, Edda.
Oh,
God damn.
Edda decided she would not wiggle.
Cass is watching just all of them interact.
Well, you guys sure got the muscle and the looks in this group.
Thank you.
He is the brains.
Is that what I should call him?
Sometimes.
No, his name is Simon.
Yeah, please just call
But he's
him
already
Simon.
introduced himself.
I like the brain.
Mr. Brain.
Mr. Brain now.
Oh,
Ooh.
please don't.
That demands authority.
Where?
You ever thought about a hat there, Mr. Brains?
What kind of hat? He is currently wearing his pajama hats. His pajama hat.
You
What kind of
should
hat?
don your armor.
Why? We're not fighting anything.
Not now.
We'll talk more about hats later.
Don't forget we ran into undead the other day.
And we wiped the floors with them.
We did, yes.
Undead's one of my specialties.
What's your other specialties?
You see, when you ask him that, you kind of see lightning flashing in his eyes and lightning streaks across the sky.
Exhilarating.
He's got his, that's why they call me Mr. Sparks.
No, that makes sense.
It was a clear night.
Was it clear? Was.
Can
The
you
elves
control
returned.
the weather?
I don't control the storm there, Cranthor. I am the storm.
How confusing.
A little, yeah.
We should be on our merry way. You guys were in a hurry to get me on this fucking road. Now we're standing here yapping our mouths.
No, we've already
Oh,
done
yeah,
it.
the wagons are going.
Right, the wagons are going.
Took care of it.
She took care of it.
That's what she does.
Yeah, you take care of things, Runman?
Apparently.
She's our mommy.
Simon!
I Eldritch Blast you.
What
No, I
is
zoom one
all-
next to your head. Like, wha-
Hey, run when you missed.
Yeah, she's not very good at aiming.
No, no offense, beautiful, but you're not old enough to be my mommy.
I only have like 11
What
AC
is
right now.
this mommy
Yes,
business?
Oh, apparently she gets you.
Yeah, I think. Do I do it? Yeah, do it. Where's my? Yeah, it's a D10. 14 damage.
She's abusive too.
Oh God, yeah, that visibly injured Simon.
I got a critical failure.
Oh, good.
Bronwyn, what have you done?
Oops. Oops. My bad. Sorry.
Cranthor will approach.
Do I die?
No.
You don't die, but you go unconscious. And you are bleeding out.
Cranthor's gonna try to medicine check him.
Oh, shit.
Runwin, as the bolt fires from you and just your reactionary kind of rage.
Yeah.
You feel a change kind of come over you. And this kind of, not a voice, but a sensation reverberates inside of you. And your body feels just slightly different than it was before.
You're turning into a Sith.
I got a 17 medicine check on
I'm
Simon.
gonna have to check that later.
17, that is enough to stabilize.
Is it?
I've stopped
17
the
minutes.
bleeding.
I have very mixed emotions about this group. Some of you fire on children, the other of you fire on your own.
I do not know what
You
is
deserved
going on.
I take one of the health potions that you have. And
I don't have any health potions.
You don't have it? You've been making.
Yeah, I'm in the process of making 2 of them.
Oh,
But I
how
did
long does it take?
8 hours.
Oh. I thought it's been making like while you slept.
We didn't get a full rest in.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got cut off in the middle of our watch.
And I used my last health potion on Cass.
Yep.
Do you guys normally attack each other like this?
Only Simon.
When that happens too, Cass is gonna come back because obviously he's seen it.
Do I see you
Heard
now?
that noise. He knows what that is.
I was instigated.
So, yeah, you'd see him come bounding out of the forest.
Look at this.
Thomas, it is all
going on?
right.
It's my fault. My bad.
Who's this broody, handsome, mysterious stranger here?
This is Thomas.
Hi,
Call me Mr. Sparks. It's nice to meet you, Thomas.
you as well.
I think it's a
Castle.
player character.
Just applying pressure to Simon.
Yeah,
where
I'm
where
like,
did it hit?
sparing the dying,
What is
sparing the
that
dying,
roll
sparing the
back?
dying.
One of your friends shot your other friend.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, no, I spared the dying. I continue to spare the dying to make it better.
Simon is dying.
No, I
What?
medicine checked him. He's fine.
Simon
Can,
critically failed his con saving throw.
Yeah, no, I
Not
accidentally
dead.
rolled maximum damage.
Don't drop a healing word on your stupid ass.
What? Why am I the stupid one?
Guys, please refrain from knocking my brother out. He's expensive.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It just, I was.
Why are you saying sorry to her?
I'm really sorry. I said sorry earlier.
This is my favorite and only pair of pajamas.
They didn't look great on you.
Not anymore.
Prestidigitation.
There's still a hole, but
There's
it's
still a
clean. There's no char marks.
I have 4 HP. Excellent. I was full health.
What was
Sorry.
that about?
What was that about, Runlin? I thought you were a mommy.
What the
I
fuck?
told you to stop.
What the fuck?
I told you to stop
What
saying that.
is this?
Yeah, I should stop
mommy
saying that, because it'll get me shot.
Yes. You
Apparently.
You
I can't drink coffee.
you pants shitter.
I can't. I just got shot and made fun of.
This is a weird group.
Are you
guys
sure
got
you
here.
want to
You've
join
hit
our
us.
wagon
I
train,
feel like I do
sir?
a lot for organization on
Yes,
you guys.
You've hit us at a weird time, friend.
You mammals
I'm afraid
are
we're not
so confused.
in the market for hiring a leader, but
Oh, you don't.
Just take it. Please do. I don't want
We need someone that'll make a rule that says you can't Eldritch blast your friend.
Or shit your pants or call teammates mommy.
I don't know who shit their
I
pants.
got a lot of rules.
I'll stop
I
calling you
agree with
mommy.
all
I don't know
of
who shit their pants.
A
And you
reason-
can't Eldritch blast me anymore. It's
I
not
didn't know
funny
mommy
anymore.
was a thing.
As reasonable as you are handsome.
It's,
Thank you.
It's still pretty funny.
We
Yeah, we-
cannot.
He was
I'm
obviously talking to
afraid.
me.
All right.
No
Holy shit!
matter
How did you guys get this far?
Strange they
I
act.
Good
have
question,
wondered that
really.
myself.
What is this mommy business?
don't, Cranthor, please don't ever say mommy out loud.
Well, before I believed that she was taking care of our group, watching over all of our safety. but that may have just changed.
Simon, she shot you at the fort.
Yes, I know.
I know. I don't know why he thought this at all.
This is the second time she shot me. I thought she was just having a bad day. I think she just has
What
nothing but bad
sort
days.
of relationship
I've
do you
sort of said
have
that.
with your mother?
Can we not talk
A good
about
one.
this?
She doesn't Eldritch blast me, I'll tell you that.
Then I am not your mommy.
Obviously.
There we go. Easy peasy.
What
Cass is gonna stealth away now. He's had enough.
No, I'll see you later.
No!
Roger.
16 to.
Damn it.
They can see you walk out of the light.
Right.
Once you're gone.
He's gonna-
I see you.
He's gonna
I
go
see ya.
scout again.
Just
What-
the betrayal
Okay,
that
fair
his
enough.
face
What time
is
of day
right
is it,
now.
right?
It's like, alright.
Oh, it's night.
What, like 3, 4 a.m. or
Let's.
It was
Oh, it's
their
actually
watch.
pre-dawn. It's pre-dawn. So
what?
a
What?
little
What?
bit of blueness on the horizon, but we're looking at let's say 4 in the morning.
What are you guys doing right now?
We got attacked. We got threatened to be attacked by elves. We had the choice of dying or moving, and we elected to move.
Good choice.
We thought so. Simon doesn't think so. The rest of us thought so.
So what are you doing right now then?
We're heading towards the next city, I suppose.
Escorting these people.
Well, I'm assuming once we get like parallel with their town, are any of them wanting to get off?
The caravan?
Yeah, are any of the villagers we picked up wanting to get off?
Oh, I mean they'll probably go their own way once they're safe.
If they're from the town I just came from, they're not getting off there.
Is it destroyed?
You recognize a few of them.
I recognize a few of these guys.
Is
What
there
happened to their
anything?
town?
Elves came in, big fucking trees, just stomping all over the place.
Oh, so ne'er do wells.
I was halfway through a beer and they told me to get the fuck out.
Rude.
I agree.
See, those are the same elves and ends that we chose to run away from.
So you guys being paid for the job right now? You just walking around escorting these fucks?
Pro bono.
Pro bono.
Most likely. Raymond, are you paying us?
Who's Raymond?
Why would he pay us?
The silence speaks volumes.
Well, that's not. You know, I'm getting paid by this guy too.
And who the fuck are you?
Oh, they call me the Diggs. This is a temporary arrangement. I'm on the much bigger.
Nice to
stage
meet you,
myself.
Diggs. You call me Mr. Sparks.
I will.
That's a weak handshake you got there, Diggs.
I am. Oh, you're recording.
Don't let my handshake be
Still
representative of
very
what
small.
Cranthor's was like. His
Oh, it's
was
represented, pal.
rock solid.
16 for perception as well as I'm keeping an eye on the road. I imagine I have some light now. Or am I rolling at disadvantage? Because then it's not 16. Because I have to roll again.
If it's you're looking, it's at disadvantage.
Okay. Then that's 12 to keep an eye out.
Okay.
Can I keep watch from where I am on the wagon too?
Cranthor would like to as well.
So are you guys mercenaries?
I sit down and feel bad.
Is this your day job?
Adventurous.
Your adventures.
I will say anyone with a passive perception of 16 who is near the edge of the road. So one who meets the definition. If you're in a cart, you don't count.
Cranthor would be walking, but
I'm in a cart.
the passive is not high enough.
Yeah, I was going to say mine's not high enough.
Then never mind. Please continue.
Uh-oh. That's me.
So do you guys travel the roads
No, I
protecting
don't
people for a living? Is this are you just doing this as a hobby? Like what are you guys doing right now?
We're making our way north. Had an opportunity to make some coin while we were doing it, so.
I like,
It didn't pan out.
it's because you didn't have Mr. Sparks.
If only had you
I think it's because we met an entire envoy of elves, but
Did you try
No,
talking Elvis
we-
to him?
We only met one elf.
Tell them how much you love plants and shit. They can't get enough of it.
I haven't actually spoken to any of the elves.
What's your problem? How do you expect to get anything done without communicating, Runwin?
They haven't spoken to me either.
they spoke to exactly one of us, and trust me, that was enough.
I spoke to an ant. Kind of.
You got a leaf.
Indeed.
What's that leaf do?
I do not know.
Sticks to things.
Anyone actually taking a proper look at it?
No.
Mr. Brains, take a
Yes.
look at that leaf.
I will inspect the leaf. God, what kind of roll is that?
You want to inspect a leaf?
The
Oh, so are you looking for magic, or are you looking for some kind of cultural significance?
What am I looking for, Mr. Sparks?
oh, I already know what it is.
I'll start with magic first because that's kind of my shtick.
Sure.
Oh, God damn it. I got a 7.
You don't know.
Can I look for cultural significance?
Yes.
Is that investigation?
I'm gonna make that just a raw intelligence for right now.
I'll settle for that.
It's the little leaf.
Ooh, I got a
badge.
21.
It looks
I know it doesn't look the
Similar.
same, but
Similar.
it's representative of the leaf badge that we saw earlier,
Sure.
right?
I would say it's close enough that you could bridge the two.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
I got a 21.
Yeah, you recognize this as something that the banished use to figure out who is not someone that they should harass going through their territory.
It's a VIP pass.
What does that mean?
Means you're a very important person, Granthor, that they will not attack on sight.
Sort of like that badge that they gave Finnegan, and then Finnegan gave back.
Does that mean they'll think you're part of the elves though? If we go into like territory where they're not a fan of the elves.
Almost certainly.
Oh dear.
Perhaps.
Does it come off?
That's what I'm wondering. Good question, Etta.
Might have.
We'll just
Yeah.
lightly tug on it.
Easily comes off.
Oh, good. It's like Velcro.
What's Velcro?
Magic.
I like
Powerful,
magic.
powerful magic.
The most powerful magic.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes. Simon. I'm sorry. Again. I didn't mean to.
Say that again after I've gotten a long rest, and I might accept it.
I also would like a long rest as well.
You need to
That
recharge
is
your Eldritch
what,
Blast. I get it.
Let bygones be bygones,
Eldritch
Simon.
Blast
my rate-
always drops.
I need to. Yes.
Eldritch
Cool it down. Cool down the rage meter.
Soul.
Eldritch Blast comes with a soul. Yes. Can we, the rest, some of us have not finished our long rest. Do you mind if we finish that off here while the
That
wagons are
would
moving?
be wise.
Alright.
You guys want me to keep watch?
Please, I will join
What do you mean no?
We just met you.
I trust him.
I'm a trustworthy. Did you see the suspenders, Etta?
Have you seen his hat?
I will join him on first watch.
No.
What do you need to trust me at? Ask any questions you want.
I already gave you Fireball.
Hey,
I guess we did pay him.
Now you can ask away. What do you want to know?
I'm too tired to ask questions right now.
You'll have to trust me while you sleep.
So okay.
I'm asleep.
I'll go back.
Don't
and
worry, some of my men also take watch.
Cuddle my great sword and go to bed.
They do that.
Alright, so who's first watch?
I'll keep an eye out.
Well, Cass is still technically moving forward, too.
Yes, yeah.
Because
So
obviously nothing's been communicated yet because they have to come
as,
back.
as pink hits the sky and your visibility increases, it's about 6 o'clock, and you can see those of you who are on watch,
It's a beautiful sunrise.
figures
Indeed.
moving beside your caravan with you. You don't get a full look at them, but there's just movement to either side. And this continues for a while.
Like in the woods?
What kind of figures are they?
Humanoid, maybe some animal ones, but nothing enormous. Definitely not the Ents from earlier.
Do they seem to notice Cass is ahead?
They don't seem to respond to it.
Is there any type of... Can I roll to see if I know better what's in there?
Sure.
20s are done. My passive was better, so if that didn't...
No.
Where's the rest of them?
You just notice movement, and it blends in.
Now, I do know these guys out here, Cranthor. Are they friends of yours?
I suspect they are the elves that accompanied the Ents.
They mean us harm. Should we wake the others up or let them get the beauty sleep?
Can I insight check the shadows?
I will allow for an insight of disadvantage.
14.
My passive is probably as high as one get on that. So 16.
Yes.
9.
You both suspect that if they haven't made a move yet, they probably don't mean harm.
They are
They're
just
escorting us.
keeping an eye on us.
Well, let's keep an eye on them.
If you wish.
Who's second watch?
We don't have a second watch.
Nope.
We
just
just wake
finish-
up.
That's true. Yeah, you'd
We
be
have-
finishing
we
your
have one left.
collective long rest. So
Will the progress on my herbalism kits have,
it's stopped. You had to
do I have to restart?
Yes.
God damn it.
Goddamn elves.
The kind of the chemical
That
reactions
is what
of
stopped
your
us.
potion have been kaput.
Which at the end of, or about the end of their watch, Cass would come back as well. Because he hasn't gotten his full rest, so he's tired.
I bet. Yeah. No.
You didn't?
Mm-mm.
I got 6
Grantor
hours.
hasn't
Oh, right.
Yeah, 6 hours, and then I got stopped in my watch. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Although because that break is that long, you will have to restart the long rest.
Ooh, that would suck. Okay.
You can take about I think it's an hour.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
When he'd come back earlier then.
Okay.
So that he would be able to rest.
That's fine.
The Mr. Sparks is left unattended for a bit. But,
No,
Okay, if you
Granthor's
wanna
up
do
with something.
Yeah.
well, no, if Cranthor
I
wants
need
his
a
full rest.
too. I just
Oh, okay.
thought of that.
You guys,
Diggs has his group.
I mean, you guys paid me mediocre pay. I'll keep an eye out.
I want to insight check him.
Yeah, just to be sure. That's not a bad idea. Nope.
Diggs's guys are up too, so.
Only an 8.
You guys got me. I'll keep 2 eyes out.
I do not distrust you.
Alright, so that happens. And we continue moving. Oh, eventually, all of us. Do you do anything with your time
How does
where you were
long
left
rest
unattended?
work again?
Long
Okay.
rest? Are you on D&D Beyond?
I am.
So if you're on the Magic that is D&D Beyond, you can look on your character sheet, and there's a long rest button right there. Go ahead and click it, and it's going to say take long rest. Little red button right there. Or it's going to say something
Green
similar.
button.
But I can't quite read it from this angle. But if you press, is it green?
Yeah, it's green.
I'm seeing red, so I'm colorblind. So go ahead and hit that.
Seriously?
Yeah, I guess it is now.
Please hit that button, whatever it
Alrighty,
is.
that it's
Confirm
definitely
it.
There's
Hit
green.
it again. I see green now. When it gets darker, I see red.
That's
Here.
weird.
That is a level of colorblindness.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
how colorblind works.
I didn't know, but here we are.
Do
Now
we get
we
all our
know.
hit dice back on a long rest?
2/3 of dudes are.
Yeah, they
Two-thirds.
refresh.
Yeah,
So
two-thirds,
you would be able to spend any
Two-thirds,
remaining
I
ones you
think,
had for 8 hit
It's
points
a lot.
with the house rule that we're
I
running,
think I-
Right.
and then you would get all of them back. And if you wanted to go ahead and immediately burn them for more hit points, you could do that.
Okay.
Oh, it automatically reset my health to maximum.
It will.
I was at 26, I think.
26 out of what?
32.
Go ahead and like burn one.
Okay. Is there a way to mark that on here?
Unless you really don't want the health, in which case just set your health to whatever.
No, I definitely want the health.
Are you guys all sleeping in the wagons? Like, what do you guys? What's exactly?
Cass is awake, but
A lot of people are at this point.
yeah, he's awake, but he's resting.
The refugees are kind of still awake and dealing with what's just happened to them. For the party and for a number of the Dirk's men, they're sleeping.
I'll go around to the refugees and kind of try and tell them it'll be all right, and just basic
Sure, go ahead.
kindness to them, I guess.
Give me a persuasion.
People skills aren't my strong suit.
Not so bad.
That's a 13.
Oh no!
13. You don't make it any worse,
It's double digits. at
but
least.
you're just having a really hard time calming these people.
What's a home anyway? You know.
They haven't lived there all that long, but like they were beginning to develop a community, And to have that just cut out from underneath them, they're not feeling great. But they appreciate you walking up. Some of them are willing to like share what little they have with you. Like they offer you like some
There's no need.
some food.
I already got paid a small amount of gold for this.
Yeah, there's like a woman who like her husband and kids are missing, and she gives you like just a hug, and
I'll give her a strong hug back. Mr. Sparks always goes low with his hugs.
yeah, this she's definitely like this strong woman who like is she's a frontiers person. Like she's had to do all of this grueling work just to get by. So yeah, there's just like a few moments where you feel her relax a bit, and then she releases you, and she just kind of thanks you. And
What's your husband's name, just in case we run into him? I'll send him your way.
Todrick.
Todrick.
Todrick's
It's
his
a strong name. Todrickson?
Todrick.
Todrick.
Todrick Woodsman.
Todrick Woodsman. It's a good name. I assume he's a fisherman.
No, he has a cousin who does that.
What's his name?
Elmer
Fisherman.
Fishmonger.
Fishmonger. I like the way your family names people. Yeah, if I see him, I'll keep an eye out. I'll send him back your way.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Where do you go now that your home's been destroyed?
I have a sister in Daggermar. I'll probably see her.
Now I know where to find you later.
While Cass is resting, can he be using his sharpening stone on his arrows
Absolutely.
and just sitting there and sharpening them?
Do I see this?
Oh, I imagine so. He's not hiding
Yeah, it's
it.
not subtle.
So, you're pretty good with the bow then, I take it?
I am.
Is your name really Thomas? You don't look like a Thomas. It's a little plain for a guy of your looks there.
It's actually
I
my
go by
shadow.
Thomas.
I mean, that doesn't answer my question, pal. I know what you go by. I go by Mr. Sparks, but it's not my name.
Get to know me a little more. You'll hear it.
Until you want me to call you Thomas.
For now.
I don't like it. It doesn't feel right. With I'm an insightful dwarf.
You'd prefer than Cass.
That's a little more suited for you, I think.
I agree. But Thomas works just fine.
So what are you good at there, Thomas?
Shooting things. They just hold up the arrow.
I like that. I'm not good at a lot of things, so I like to find people who are, and I ask them to do things for me.
Delegation, then, I see. Is your tactic.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you're not good at a lot of things, what are you good at?
Oh, you'll see. And his eyes spark with lightning. Like I said, rounding up a solid team to support me.
Damn.
Like if I need someone shot, you'll be the first guy I come to.
So long as you've got the coin.
Oh, I got the coin. Runwin, she paid me mediocrely earlier.
Mediocre. What does that mean? What is mediocre for you?
Oh, 5 gold. I'm used to working for more of it. She's a pretty girl.
She is indeed. But, I cost a bit more than that.
I don't believe it, a handsome fellow like you. Show me what you got. Shoot one of them fucking arrows. Is there anything around I can ask him to shoot?
Trees.
Take that branch out.
And waste a good arrow.
Am I awake? Seeing this?
How much does an arrow cost?
If Cass is
gold.
awake, then so are you. Yes.
You literally just toss him a gold.
Do not harm the trees. It is unwise.
He has a fair point. We do have some friends around that may not like me to shoot the trees. Or one of them.
Because the light has improved at this point, you can just clearly see that kind of 20 feet off the road, or off, I should say, out of the clearing by the road on either side, you do catch images of bears and wolves and the occasional elf striding amongst them. Not a huge number, but a decent escort,
Hmm.
kind of walking alongside the caravan.
Perhaps when we get in town.
I'll take you up on that. Keep that gold.
Will do, friend. Thank you. He's gonna go back to sharpening his arrows.
Bronwyn's going to sleep in if no one wakes her.
You what are you good at?
Smashing things.
We've got a good 3 hours we have to sleep, so.
What do you like to smash?
Nose.
Just nose. That's oddly specific.
Other things as well.
Hmm.
Evil things.
You do it for fun or pay?
Both, if possible.
So if I need something smashed, I come find you, doll.
Depends on what needs smashed, but yes.
Hopefully nose and evil things.
I would gladly do this.
Keep this all in mind. What are the rest of your partners good at?
That is not for me to say.
You don't know them that well.
I do, but their secrets are their own.
Is that a secret?
Depends on who you're asking.
I'm asking you.
Well,
Who is
Simon is the brains.
Who's awake right now?
Those 3.
You two were talking. Go. You can continue. I didn't want to interrupt. I just need to know that really quick.
Runwin is some sort of caster. I could not say which kind. I know very little of magic.
How long have you known these people?
How long has it been? 6, 7 months?
No,
Weeks.
no. It's at most like 2 months.
I was gonna say, yeah, probably 2 months for the 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
So she's some kind of caster. Let's assume she batted those eyelashes at people and got whatever she wanted.
She can be quite persuasive.
Casters laughs a little bit.
Do not attempt to wake her, however. Leave that
don't
to
spoil
me.
that. Let him experience that himself.
I mean, I'm pretty good at waking people up.
You may try if you wish. I do not recommend it.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. What about Etta? You haven't mentioned her. She looks pretty
is-
strong. Hell of a handshake. Stronger than yours, actually.
We'll need to arm wrestle later.
Me and you, or you and her?
Me and you.
Why wait till later?
Agreed.
Then he'll stick his little dwarf arm out. Nat 20.
Oh, that's
shit.
unfortunate. I don't think I can beat that. It's a 15. Yeah, you.
Stronger than I look, pal.
That you are.
Cass.
Yep.
You notice Oswald, the Diggs, unless you are asleep. Are you asleep right now?
I don't think so.
So Oswald, the Diggs, and Davis.
I was gonna say, actually, you need a long rest still, though, don't you? Did you take a watch?
I took a watch last time.
Yeah.
And
Yes, you
I
did.
took last
Yeah.
watch, didn't I?
So,
I probably would have been. I don't know.
No, you took second.
I mean, you can choose to just
I don't know what
stay
I
up
did.
and be exhausted.
yeah, it's just, you would be then, if you didn't.
You'd have disadvantage on all skill checks until you got a long rest.
I don't want that. Well, I assumed I'd be up with my boys.
All right. So you, Oswald, and the Diggs, the three of you who have decided to stay up after this crazy night. You're all so you've been you've had the capability to communicate amongst yourselves, kind of in your head, thanks to a nice wizard that you met in Caphesus before you left, and this kind of like mental communication, like Slack-esque thing you've had going on, is kind of brings a little bit to grab your attention, and a voice that is not any of yours communicates to you.
Okay.
and you see the rest of them just zoned out, like they are gone. And you saw Oswald have an expression like this earlier.
Yeah. Mhm.
But he hears, "My friends, those elves cannot be trusted. Come to me, or at least my associates in Dagramar, and let them know what you have seen. Everything. These roads should be safe, and we can make them better. I promise whatever pay you have been cheated on, I will reward you in kind. We do not let those who are our friends be cheated, and we do not let those who are our own be harmed. Go here." And your mind swims through the gate and through a number of streets, burning a path into your brain. And you come into a building that's not exactly descript, but still well decorated, alongside a number of other nice buildings with some shrubbery up front, some flowers. It's kind of like a matching pattern down the street, but it looks like it's in the kind of more well-to-do living section of Dagramar. And after that, you all snap out of it at the same time. You kind of wobble as though you're about to lose your balance, and then kind of regain composure.
Okay.
Is Cass next to one of them?
Yes.
Was this in their head though?
Yes.
Cass saw them zone out though, and he's seen that look before. So
Yeah.
Would I notice this with my passive?
You were engaged in conversation with Cranthor, so I was treating you as disadvantage.
Okay.
But Cass was not really fully in the conversation,
No,
so
he
I was,
was-
yeah.
he was listening, but just kind of doing his own thing.
Yep. So Cass, you're the only party member who is currently aware.
He kind of nudges. Is it Diggs that he's next to, or is it?
Yeah, Dix.
You all right there, friend? Zoned out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I
welcome.
just, my head feels a little fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
Yeah. I think I heard something. I
Heard
don't
what?
know. It was like I heard something, but not really heard something.
What did you hear?
I think I heard.
Do I hear this now though?
I think I heard someone talking.
Granthor,
What did they say? Or who were they?
The voice sounded so familiar. I think it was the guy who was helping us earlier with our battle too.
You do connect this to the wizard you met before.
Yeah, the
leaving
guy who
Ephesus.
helped us with our battle. He made it to where we could like speak in our minds.
The wizard.
Yeah.
I do not trust magic.
He said to go to a place.
What place?
What was the guy?
So it's the city that's coming up, and it's called Dagramar.
Dagramar.
Dagramar. So where we're
Yeah.
headed.
Yeah.
Why? Why did he tell you to go there?
He said something about paying us or making sure we get paid better.
Paid for.
He didn't say. He said to go there to find out what we could get paid for.
That seems a
Can
little
I insight?
suspicious.
Yeah, can I insight check that?
Yeah.
Ooh. Stuck at an 8.
Diggs doesn't seem to be lying to you.
This wizard, Black Robes.
Mm-hmm.
Who's he work with?
You're not sure on that one.
He never said who we worked with.
I'm gonna insight check that as well since Cass would.
Yep.
That's a 13. So
You still suspect the Diggs as being completely forward.
Does this concern you though personally? They seem like they're their group and you're yours.
we are, but we're traveling together. So what could concern them could also concern us.
I don't know. Did my guys who were sleeping here, or just the other two you said was awake?
Just the other two, they are awake. The rest are sleeping.
So they didn't like dream about it or anything.
You've heard this thing speak, the voice or images or things like interact with you in your sleep.
Okay.
But you don't know whether or not they. You only know what you perceive.
Yeah. Okay.
So does he just want to pay you guys or all of us?
That's a good question.
That's
I
why
don't
I
know.
asked it.
We're the only ones with the psychic bond, but now that like we got hired together, I don't know if that includes you guys.
When did you say you met this wizard?
When or where?
When and where?
We went to him before we came out here with you guys. So that way we could like communicate, like make battle a little
Right.
easier.
Did you seek him out or did he seek you out?
He approached you in the market district. You were doing some trading, and he complimented your outfits. And after you told him the mission you were going on, he was willing to offer you some aid. And that's when he put this enchantment on you and your party.
And we were getting ready to come out with you guys, and he came up to us talking about how like he liked our uniforms
Right.
And
Came up to you
then-
where?
in the marketplace.
They have pretty nice uniforms.
Thank you. But yeah, he came up to us and he said he could help us. So that's
What else did he look like?
he was old.
No, I can describe him for you if you want.
Yeah.
He was young, with brown hair and a smile on his face. And an energy seemed to radiate from him, of though he had this sort of embrace of everything he ran across. There was just this almost pointed kindliness to him that seemed to ooze into everything that he touched.
Do you relay all of that?
Yep.
Does that ping
Oh yeah,
to go?
yeah.
Why does it sound familiar to you? You know
does.
him?
Like the face of the Ebon Cabal guy?
Do you,
Oh shit! Actually, it doesn't because Cass didn't see him.
I know someone
It was me.
someone saw and recognized
wait.
who this would be.
It was me.
It was Finnegan at Runwood.
It was Finnegan
Well,
Runway.
Runwin actually showed him
No, it
in
wasn't.
the
It
alley.
was Simon.
No, it's Finnegan at Runwood.
Yeah, Runwin showed him in the alley.
So
Wasn't
Runway
Cranthor
would-
there
I was
too?
the only one that
You didn't see him.
But
Oh,
Runway
yeah,
was
I didn't
so
roll
no.
good.
Actually, I take that back though because Runwin showed what everyone.
Oh
what it
no,
looked
that she
like.
projected.
She
Yes.
Well, she did disguise self as him.
I tried
Oh
to
yeah,
say-
that's right. No, you turned into the guy. So this it does sound similar to that person, but you never saw them. So the personality part, maybe not. But in
She didn't say
description,
anything about that,
passable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Possibly, I might know this individual. Yes.
Well, is he a good guy or did we screw ourselves?
I would be familiar that he's in the Oven Cabal though, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
of
that
the
was
uniform.
brought up. That was
Cranthor
definitely
would know
brought
that,
up.
too,
But
since
it's
he's
you
been
wouldn't
shown.
really know whether or not he would be against their interest or not. That's hard to say. I
No,
mean, he
yeah.
was like helping old ladies and stuff. Like it,
Right. Well, Cass
he
didn't
might
see that
genuinely do
beast.
useful things.
Yeah, Cass didn't see that beast though.
Yeah.
But he knows
That
Oven
might
Cabal.
did it not get talked about?
It did get talked about.
Oh,
I'm
did
the
it?
only one that saw
okay.
anything and said nothing to anybody because I was scared.
Okay.
Sorry. Was.
Finnegan and Runwood saw it, but then she pretended even to Finnegan she didn't see him.
I didn't want to see.
He was
him.
really trying to get her to admit.
That's the check I made. That it's like I'd seen him on
No, I
posters, but I
remember.
didn't know
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
who he was.
Yeah.
I was out.
Okay.
I didn't want it.
So,
Like, yeah, Cass would know that he's Evan Cabal though, based on the
Yes.
emblem.
Yeah.
so again, does
Iconography.
this concern? He invited them to come to his place. Does that open invitation to
Does
everyone?
Well-
or-
Cranthor know that's Evan Cabal, one of the corpse mongers?
Well, I was gonna say Cass.
If
hasn't
Cass
said
does,
It yet. Well, Cass
were you?
Cass hasn't said though.
So
I'm trying to remember if
Cranthor-
that conversation was private or not.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Did we all duck him?
Because I thought it was a group huddle.
It
for-
wasn't.
I
Okay.
think it was a
Real
group
quick,
huddle.
it was a group huddle. You did find out. You did talk. I did show you what he looked like. Told you that he was the face of the Ebon Cabal.
Right.
And that I didn't think you wanted to talk to him because of that. That was about it.
But the wizard, he doesn't know about the wizard that they talk. You know that.
This
they
is
talk to
yes,
this,
you are
so-
correct on that.
So,
So
Cranthor
whether he
doesn't have the
connect those
connection.
two-
Yeah,
Yes.
that is harder for Cranthor to piece together than it is for Cass.
Again,
Right.
he talked to
Well,
them.
check
Did he
with you.
mention you bringing us along or just you
Unless you
guys?
pay it any,
No,
unless you're paying
I
a
do
special
believe it
amount,
was
it
just
wouldn't
them.
really-
So does
Because
this
they're
concern you
not
guys
fine
and me
It's just
now
a
at all?
Well, potentially, we're talking about the Evan Cabal here.
Y'all only heard that.
Yep.
No,
Corpse mongers.
Would I know what that is? The group that the wizard's with, or is that only a group you guys?
They are not to be trusted.
Yeah, no one who is a citizen within the main cities doesn't know who these guys are. They're pretty prominent at this point.
So I do know that they're bad.
They're not necessarily bad.
Yeah, it depends on your take.
Yeah, like
Yes, Krantor
there's
are
definitely
bad.
gray area because their whole thing is they are a group of necromancy specialized wizards who are looking to create kind of the thing that they sell themselves on is they are trying to free people from the drudgery of hard labor, and they're like taking like servants and things out of the fields and replacing them with their undead. They're replacing people from like guard duty with undead. Like their whole thing is let's get rid of all of the repetitious kind of
Menial
awful
labor.
things, and let's with the servants that we bring.
Okay.
See,
At worst, the thing you've probably heard about them is like they take people's jobs
Oh, okay.
because they're undead. Are cheaper than like people to
Yeah.
hire.
Alright.
Dead are cheaper than
What does this
people.
have to do with any of us? That seems like their group's thing.
It is indeed. I would say though, watch yourself around them.
Do
Probably
not
don't-
trust them.
Probably don't accept favors from wizards.
Mm-hmm.
Magic is something else.
I'll remember that. For further adventuring.
Yes. Someone who can get inside your head, friend, is probably not your friend.
To be fair, I was high when I made the deal.
Does that make it better?
It helps me feel better about making the deal.
I cannot argue with that, but you're young.
And he did seem very friendly.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. He was a pretty cool guy.
You're young. You're adventuring. Just don't be stupid. And making deals with wizards is not the smartest thing. All right.
Right. I'll take that down. It's in here now.
Nothing in this world is free. So keep that in mind.
Right. Man, adventuring's harder than I thought.
It can be, yes.
Unfortunately.
I'm a natural at it.
Must be nice.
Gotta say it is. But again, I don't see what this has to do with me, you, any of you. This their thing.
Just take it as a warning for them. That's all I'm doing, sharing advice.
Maybe
From
my
someone
group
who's
should
lived a bit
consider-
longer.
My men should maybe consider smoking less weed before we go on missions and jobs.
That's probably a good note.
That would be wise.
So, still moving forward then.
Of course.
How long's it been?
This is day 4 of the journey.
Is it long enough that everyone else has gotten a
Wake up.
long rest?
I'm willing to fast forward to that if everyone's good for that.
I'm cool with that.
I'm ready to wake everyone up. I didn't get much out of that conversation.
All right.
So you want me to take a crack at waking up a beautiful lady over there?
I do not
I don't-
recommend it, but
That's
you
just
may.
the thing.
If you're joining our group, then yes.
I mean, she paid me 5 gold.
She may attack if
I'll stand far away.
that would be wise.
Where's she sleeping at?
On a wagon.
Are we both like? Did we both pick a spot?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Are they sleeping together?
I do not know.
Sure.
Well, I'll go over there and try and I'll wake them up. You guys just hear very gentle bells ringing next to you. Very soft, very subtle.
That's weird. Is that you?
Yeah, I'm like 30 feet back. Hopefully I don't get shot in the
Oh.
fucking face.
Oh, then I wouldn't know it's you.
What
Bells.
is that horrid noise?
Run one. It's like
Is there a
little
specific
pink
pattern or
bells.
sound you want to do for these bells?
Runway, all told, that's a
Something non-abrasive, something very gentle.
Grantor
nice.
is just back
Okay.
with his arms
Just-
crossed.
just like it's a-
watching.
Like she said, kind of wind chimes in the
Oh yeah, that's even better.
something just nice and soft.
It's just like a back porch and a southern house in the afternoon. And a windy
Yeah.
day.
It's awful. I hate it.
Runway, just get
want to.
Run when you've
It's
got
awful.
plenty of sleep. You got to take a sun. The sun's up, Bronwyn.
I know it is. I hate it. I don't want to get up. I'm shot. I shot Simon again.
I stare at you until you get up.
Come on, Renman. If you sleep any longer, it won't be fair to the rest of the world how beautiful you get from all that fucking beauty sleep.
Good.
I'm moving on. I'm going to get that handsome guy in glasses.
Give me a persuasion on that.
That's a 0.
Oh my
I'm
god.
staying fucking here.
Bronwyn.
Yeah, leave it be.
Ed, I'm sorry. I shot your brother.
We don't need a.
I know you're sorry. You're
She
gonna
can
get
rest.
up now, though. Okay.
What's that?
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, let her sleep. Nothing's going on.
I didn't get shot. That's a good
We
sign.
are-
It
Yeah.
went better
She's
than
up.
I
She's
expected.
up. We got her up. We don't want to do this again.
I'm going to go get Mr. Brains.
I can go back to sleep.
No.
Well, the Diggs is going back to sleep.
Night digs.
You hear the same thing. Like wind chimes.
Is that the breakfast bell?
Sure.
Is that the cart?
Oh, that's not the breakfast bell.
Greetings,
I
young
thought you were
Simon.
Philippe.
Who's Philippe?
Sorry, just pining. It's time to
His
get up.
first mate.
Let's not throw around the M word. It was all casual.
Guys. A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell. Let's keep this private, huh? I want to
Mr.
hear
Sparks
this.
knows what's up. He's gotten a few massages in his day.
Philippe actually has a strong will about kissing. He doesn't do it.
Aw, good for him.
It's a pretty woman situation.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want, just no kissing. And we did whatever we wanted. Well, yeah, I'm awake. Thank you for the alarm.
I sort of give you a pat.
You're welcome.
And prestidigitation your clothes just so you feel cleaner.
You wouldn't happen to know
That
mending.
didn't
do you?
help.
I know, it doesn't
help.
help.
Can you do that to my brain?
I don't know. Let me
I try.
think about it. Take
And
a
it
look
doesn't-
here real
I
quick.
don't actually prestidigitation or burn.
These are my only pair of pajamas.
I die immediately.
I do know mending.
Could you help a brother out?
Thanks
I
for
think I could
trying.
do that.
Please.
Let me put my hands all.
Oh, yeah. All over it.
Yeah, I'll get in there and I'll repair these pajamas.
Thank you so much.
This is weird.
A useful skill.
Anyone else need anything repaired?
No, thank you.
I can do that the next level. No.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
It's not a competition, Runwin.
No, I've always said it. It is a competition.
It is a competition.
No, it's not. It's fine.
So what are we doing? You paid me 5 gold. I'm here now.
We are traveling to Dagomar.
Why?
No,
Where are we
else to go.
traveling to Dagomar?
We are headed to the capital.
Are you guys doing a job right now? You going there for fun, shits and giggles? You sightseeing?
Well, we were doing a job.
We are actually headed towards a job. Up in Vosges, towards a little above Vosges
We got a
Boundary.
festival coming up I'd like to attend.
Yeah, so we thought we would also move tail. Is that how the kids say it? Get up
sure.
to the get up there in time for the
Not the
festival.
cool
Shake.
one.
Shake
Oh,
tail.
shake a tail. Yes, we thought we would shake
Oh, I
a
thought
tail.
she was going for hightail it.
Or
Or
hightail
hightail
it.
I don't have a fucking tail, so this is all.
I
Wow.
do, yet I do not understand.
I
always
fucked
wanted
this
one.
up
Oh
so
my god,
bad.
I never thought. I never connected. Oh, Granthor has a tail.
I do
You
indeed.
guys get distracted pretty easily, huh?
She just noticed Cranthor had a tail, and we get
Does
distracted
Cranthor's
very easily.
tail like shake a bit when he's excited?
A little tiny
You
bit,
haven't,
yeah.
you haven't seen it shake. Oh, that's right. You were fighting.
Like
so
just
you didn't
before a
notice.
fight, just
Jeez.
That's awesome.
It's adorable.
And it's got a few spikes on it.
If we were to like mortal peril every time it did a little shake, except that one time when you two like wrestled, say right, yeah, wrestled.
We wrestled.
yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah.
wrestled.
It's kind of cute. It's like an ultra violent Land Before Time.
Yes. You know, but I've been screaming most times I've seen it, so I haven't been able to go. Oh, that's adorable.
Does it move?
Yes, it does. It's adorable. Sort of.
So about this job.
But about the
Cranthor's
job.
head
Anyways,
kind of goes around the back of the shell to look at his tail.
would you like
It's not
to?
moving right now.
So, I mean, if you would like to
I
join us,
Make it
I
go
don't know.
back and forth a couple of times.
It's a job up there where we have to find.
I have never been.
Actually, we don't have many
accused of
details.
being
Just that
cute.
he will pay us and want you to do a job.
Well, I think first we need to know his skill set before we talk about
It's a
potentially
compliment.
adding someone in.
If you
Yes, what do
say
you
so.
I do.
Good at a few things. Fighting. Don't ask me to fucking make a rocking chair.
Oh, yes,
or
I
do
know.
any gym work or any fucking crafting. You know, I'm not that kind of dwarf.
Yeah?
It's alright, I can take care of gems and crafting around them.
I can craft simple weapons.
So, it's that one. She is also very good at it.
I wouldn't say I can craft weapons, but I can make little modifications and stuff.
I would need a forge for
And
creation.
Simon's very good at creating health potions. By the way, I'm sorry.
What else you good at besides being handsome?
Ooh, that was gonna be the second thing I said I was good at. That's pretty much it.
It's alright. Also, this is his sister.
I can see the resemblance between you two. You're just as handsome too, Anna.
Thanks.
Almost.
He incinerates undead quite well.
That's the best way to handle one.
I do that as well.
Yes, he also
I
has some
prefer
magic.
to crush them, but to each their own.
Tell you what, I don't get distracted at all. Always eyes on the fucking goal. That's one skill. I don't get distracted by cute tales. I don't get distracted by mercenaries having fucking weird visions in the night. Always eyes focused.
Mr. Sparks does not
Fair point.
have ADHD.
I do not.
Like the rest of us.
So what do you plan on doing to make money to get the Vosh's bounty?
Taking
That's
the
a really
jobs.
good question, Mr. Smarks.
Eyes on the
Well-
goal, Simon.
Our initial goal was to get gold from this, but
And that's out of the question now.
right.
Yeah,
well,
that's not
Probably.
paying now.
So you're just escorting these fucks for free.
Yep.
It is the right thing to do.
Okay,
They
just leave
lost
them.
their homes.
What he said. Ditto. I mean, what are we going
Home
to
is
do?
where the heart is.
Besides, there is a safety in numbers.
Agree with that.
And as long as we stay with this caravan, we do have another 6 backing us up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean the fucking stoners that have weird visions in the night?
Despite the
Yes.
fact,
What? What?
Oh no, they're seeing
we'll talk
shit.
later.
Alright.
despite the fact that they are in fact stoners,
Mm-hmm.
they're not entirely incompetent. So
I'll take your word for it. Honest face.
They do fight well for hatchlings.
they are pretty young.
Everyone's young to me.
How old are you?
How old are you?
I'm about 75.
I'm 75 and a half. Ha!
You look
Insight
very-
check.
You look good for your age.
I moisturize daily.
Natural 20 insight check. Are you actually 74?
I'm 75.
75.
I'm in my prime.
Are you really?
I mean, look at these muscles.
No. Natural 20 insight check. Are you actually?
What, 75?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
I'm a young dwarf.
Well,
He's pretty easy on the eyes.
we are a misfit bunch of people of varying ages. Yes.
For sure, yes.
So who's the leader of this caravan?
That's
Raymond.
Raymond.
He's locked himself in the treasure cart.
Yes.
You got a treasure cart and you guys aren't getting paid. Oh my.
I,
To be
I
fair,
have a
we're
feeling
also not getting the job
we're
done.
probably still getting paid at least a little bit.
We did not.
That's not
We
for
kept
certain,
the
Anna.
people. Oh,
So we'll go talk to this guy.
They start saying seize the meats, get us the fuck out of here.
Should we go talk to this guy about your payment?
What payment? We're not completing a job.
I mean, you're getting him and these commoners
That's
there.
not what he hired us for.
He's not dead.
he ain't dead.
He hired us to protect the lumber, technically.
But again, he's not dead.
I mean, if you want to, I will do my best to assist you in this. I just don't feel strongly about it.
You guys want to get paid for this. You're doing this out of the kindness of your hearts.
One caveat I will throw in:
Mhm.
he did not directly hire you. The company through which he is working hired you.
Oh, that's right. The company hired us. I don't have a piece of parchment that they gave me, though.
it's more of an understood agreement. They have paperwork on their side.
Okay.
Well, shaking down is not necessarily something that I'm unfamiliar with. So
I think
Should
we
we?
get
I'm
ourselves
not cool
to
with committing
Dagmar.
crimes. Just because there's no guards around doesn't make it any less of a
Simon,
crime.
no one's saying commit a crime. If you guys are still putting in work escorting this caravan, you deserve a little something. You gotta
No,
eat.
what we were hired to do.
I mean, you're,
He has no moral. He has no moral objection. He has no moral.
we protected his.
What is the word I'm thinking of?
obligations.
Obligation. He has no obligation to pay us for this.
He absolutely does, considering we protected his ass.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no, we didn't. He's kind of screwed without that lumber.
I'm sure
Oh, he's got a big treasure card. I don't think he's too screwed.
that there's an insurance policy, a sort of contingency plan for situations such as this.
For his company.
And I don't think we need to worry about it till we get to Dagmar. We're going there anyway. We got the benefit of safety in numbers. We have these nice carts. Unless you want to walk, Simon.
I don't want to walk. I also don't want to shake people down for money.
We're
I
not
wasn't
shaking
talking
it
about
down.
shake. I was just asking.
He
to
did
see
use the word shake down.
I did use that term, yes.
Well,
That might be going a bit far.
As this conversation's going on, Dirk, several of your compatriots in the Steel Reserve kind of look toward you for like guidance in this conversation.
I'm asleep.
They still look at you.
Sleep. I don't know.
You just see 5 people staring at a sleeping Dirk, hoping some level of guidance.
the
will come
conversation
from
we were
you.
having.
Yes, because they can hear you. So they're just like,
Are you guys still getting paid?
yeah.
Bye.
What does my pass it? I was 16 inside.
60? The person who said that believes it.
Okay.
By who?
Guy, we don't know.
You don't know what guy is going to be paying you.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
how do you know the pay is actually coming?
he's like magic and shit. He can like talk in her head.
So
What?
they're getting paid by him. That's what they
Yeah, like we were supposed to get paid by that guy, but if he's not doing it, the other guy said he'd do it. So we trust him. He's good.
Why would
Like-
Why would he pay you guys?
He seems really nice. Like honestly, I think he just wants this to be better.
Most people don't care that much. There's probably something going on.
You
there.
didn't meet him. When he walked up, it felt like everything was gonna be okay. Like if we were in trouble and he was there, he'd deal with it.
Yeah.
He just seemed good.
run him.
He sounded like a fucking charlatan to me.
This
He
hurts.
is a
It hurts
corpse
a lot.
monger.
Yes.
Evan Cabal.
Yes,
not
I know.
to be trusted.
I figured it out right away. Did you? Yes, he seems all like, oh, everything's going to be fine. I'm your friend. He's still him. I don't know the best way to put this. Poor children. People are fake and magic is real. Ta-da!
I don't know.
Prestidigitations and little sparkles.
Do you want to like do a persuasion or anything?
Yeah.
Try to shake him off this guy.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, missed. Huh. It's bad. It's not good.
Let's see what.
should have showed more leg run one.
Look, I know you probably mean well, but I can tell you, he
It's an 11.
when he grabbed a hold of my shoulder and he looked me in the eye, it's like he could see me for who I am, and he told me that it's gonna be hard, and he said that things would be rough, but if I fought and I believed, it would work, and if things didn't work out, people like him were going to make sure it was okay. And honestly, I've never had anyone look at me like that or say something and just felt like it was that true.
Sort of like the feeling that you get whenever your parents say that they love you.
Honestly, I would trust him more than my dad.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I felt that before.
But yeah, I think he thinks he's right. And honestly, if he can do this head stuff and this magic, like, we're gonna be okay.
This sounds like a fucking cold.
Toots. And I turned to all of you. It's bullshit. And I turned back to him. I was like, sweet summer child. You know not what you have wrought, and your future self
You're speaking
will
above him
not
now, right,
be happy. Good luck in the future.
Thanks.
So,
No problem.
so we don't want to talk to this guy that he's describing.
If you want to feel good and
You
like,
want to speak to a filthy
I already feel as
corpse
best as I can
longer
feel. I
than
don't trust
go
this shit.
ahead.
Sounds like a fucking charlatan to me.
Gets close.
They are an abomination.
Anyone that persuasive, you can't trust them.
No, don't. Never.
So we get to this town, we find a new gig.
That's
Yes.
my thought.
That sounds good.
Do you know this area very well?
Do I?
You just walked south of it. You would have passed through Daggermar on the way where you were going. So yeah.
Yeah, I know this area all right.
Fantastic. Perhaps you can direct us towards where the next job we can get to. I think we'd like to go through the capital.
You want to go to the capital?
Through the capital.
Through the capital.
Yes, towards Vosha's Bounty to make it in time for the festival.
I have a package waiting in the capital.
What kind of package do you have?
A ring.
One that would not you would not survive coupling with.
That was my thought.
I don't know what that means, and I don't want to.
Yep. No.
Probably not.
It was hilarious in the moment, though.
Now let me ask.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any business they want to do before reaching Daggermar?
No.
In which case,
Break.
the days go by. This time uneventful, as though any trouble was chased away before I could reach you.
Oh God, we were
And
escorted by
rising
elves.
into the horizon,
Yeah.
the grand city of Daggermar, standing high, circled by a flight of intermediate-sized green-colored dragons, circled the perimeter of the city as you approached. Bustle of commerce can be heard even from a mile away, and a well-guarded gate with those coming in and out can be seen. The Jewel City, south of the capital of Flameheart's grasp, is only a moment away, and it is there we will break.
We did it.
All right.
Yeah, we're
All right.
back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Did you say something about cats?
Back in the game, and
The beautiful
you are in
horizon of
Daggermar, or at the gates of Daggermar. You are in kind of a line of caravans that are coming in. Unlike yours, the rest of them have carts that are full of things.
Well, we have
Um,
full of people.
Yes, and none of you are actually at the treasure cart, correct? You're all kind of back a little bit.
I was at the treasure cart.
Okay.
I think
You're at the
Etta and
treasure
Runwell
cart.
were both
Mhm.
stationed.
I
at
would
the
have been
treasure
closer
court.
to the people the refugees. That,
Okay, we're in the carts behind then.
Thomas.
So, is anyone else at the treasure cart? 1, 2, 3.
We would have been a little
Probably
bit further
fine.
back unless you guys asked him to come forward.
Probably wherever Cranthor's at.
But a
Alright,
previous
back up.
conversation, you're Thomas.
Back.
Hey,
I'll
I'm
probably be with my
yes.
men, wherever they're at.
They're on carts, but they're still like protecting the carts.
I'm
I probably have at least one of my men on the carts, so I guess that'd be me. Or on the treasure
You could all
cart.
be on the cart. They're all there.
No, I meant like I'd have at least one on the treasure cart.
How
Probably.
many
Do you want it to be you, or do you want it to be one of your people?
I'll just make it me, I guess. I only trust myself at
All
this
right.
point.
1, 2, 3,
They're all
4.
annoying
hang out with
me.
the treasure and the beautiful and handsome women.
So you're in line, and there's a bit of waiting. There's definitely some guards like searching through like tarps and goods a little bit before they enter the city proper, and then you enter up. And
Well, I take my leaf off and put it on the inside of my shell.
good to know. Thank you.
Good call.
And you hear Raymond address the guards as they come up and be like, "All right, guys, I got an easy one for you." And they kind of look at him and they tilt their head past the treasure cart and just see row after row of empty
Nothing.
wagon with like
People.
4 horses pulling
Mm-hmm.
each one. And they look back to him quizzically. He's like, "We got robbed. The banished. What are you gonna do? Look, I tried. Sometimes shit happens. Come on. I've been fucked over. Just let me in."
Yes, we've had a very hard journey. You can let us through, can't you? And I assist.
And the guards say, one day, we're gonna fucking march in those woods. We're gonna fucking nail every pointy ear to a tree.
Holy shit.
And our people are never gonna deal with their bullshit ever again. I'm sorry this happened to you. Come along.
Thank you.
And they guide you in.
We share a look of.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. That's racial genocide you're just tossing around there.
Casually. Very casually.
Very
yes.
casually, that's good there. There's going to be a lot of that here, I have a feeling.
Alright, so we're in the city. We're ditching these chumps and we're finding our own new gig, right?
Well, apparently, because they won't have anything to move.
This
to the north.
place is fucking bustle.
Oh.
You come walking in, and the market district here is placed immediately at the gate. So, those of you who have been through here before, you have, Raymond has, of course, you have, some of you may have come through here in your travels down south, some of you might have taken some side roads or stuff like that. I'll let you choose whether or not you
Cranthor probably took the side roads.
but Daggermar, to avoid more foot traffic than needed throughout the city, has placed its market districts at every entrance. So, the
Nice.
moment you come in, it's really chaotic as caravans are kind of moving around and sorting themselves. You go a little bit back past that, and there's a market district at every main gate. And then you move toward like living quarters throughout the city. Once again, the nicest stuff is closer to the center. The less nice stuff is further out. But in general, the city is kind of symmetrical in these four quadrants that basically line up north, south, east, west. And it spires into better development, higher ground being built up as you go more inward, to where it forms an artificial, almost mountain of development as it goes from kind of low-lying houses on the outskirts to many stories high buildings toward the center. At the middle of the city is a tower that thrusts into the sky, easily 30, 40 stories taller than everything around it. Magic, or beams welded by magic, line the sides and hold it up there. And it almost appears as though it is clawing toward the skies itself. And at the top, some of those the green dragons you saw circling the city, there are a few more that kind of clutch at the end of this hand. There's at this outstretched tower, gazing across the city below them. And it's not quite indifference, but mild curiosity.
Somebody's overcompensating for something.
I wonder if
Indeed.
their tails wiggle when they're happy too.
I think they do.
Try petting one.
But not that I've ever seen
We're gonna
one
send it to
happy.
How to Train Your
mind you.
Dragon, everyone.
So, you guys need to do some shopping, or are we looking for a new job?
Can we do both?
Can we afford potions?
We have 4 of them.
As
Oh,
you pull into town, Raymond does address all of you. Guys, you did me some solids in the road. I can't pay you the full amount you're promised, but I can give you something. I appreciate it. I'm going to take it out of my own stash. I wish you well. I could have died. I could have lost some good men. I have some cousins, some worthless nephews. They're not bad. They're just not competent.
Yeah.
I got some cousins like that too.
But and you see him like counting out coins into bags, and he gives each of you an additional 40 gold pieces.
That's mighty nice of you, Raymond.
You were in the village that got sacked, right?
Briefly, I was passing through.
Okay.
Had a couple drinks.
Look, I know your clan. I heard you talking.
That's a nice clan.
They're good guards.
Not true.
Can't make shit, but they're good guards.
Absolutely.
You need work on one of my caravans. When I'm up and running again, I'm gonna be out of commission for a while. But when it happens again,
Yeah, you
Come
get a
see
hold
me.
of you get a hold of the Iron Sparks. We'll take care of you.
I'll look out for them. But thank you all. I wish you the best of luck. I wish things went better. This was not supposed to be an eventful trip. I believe that. I would think the rest of you believe that.
Still reserved.
Look, I'm sorry. Things went to shit.
This is still
But
reserved.
I hope this gold makes it somewhat better. Get drunk, have a good time at the inns. I got a really special lady to see.
Yeah,
So-
remember, settle things with your wife first.
Yeah, no, she's a gem, my most precious. But you all have a
Rumblefic
good time.
guide you.
You two, my total friend. Nah. Good luck, all. And he takes off.
You as well.
So we're here. Who's going shopping and who needs to shop?
I would just like, can I get a bandolier?
What the fuck's a bandolier?
It holds stuff.
Like what?
Like health potions.
No, I mean we have the sack.
Yeah, but bandoliers are cooler.
What kind of set do you have?
Oh, you've had a good one.
It's a bag. It holds many things.
There are
think
leather
I've heard of
workers in
that.
Daggermar.
I have a
I
side
would
thing
like
I'd
a
like to do.
sling as
What kind of
well.
what
If
kind
some-
of thing would you like to do?
So you want a sling. You want a bandolier. You also want your own tent.
Please.
I don't mind sharing with cash.
No. Please.
No.
I actually prefer sharing with cash.
I understand. However, Cassian, you have to respect Cassian's wishes. He does not want to share with you.
I had no idea,
Why
Cash.
don't you want to share with Simon?
Yeah, what's wrong, Cash?
You cuddle me in your sleep and that does
What's-
bother
what's
me a little
wrong?
bit.
What's wrong,
Yeah,
Cash?
what's wrong
Does
with
bother
that
me a
cat?
little bit.
Alright.
I like my personal space. Thank
These
you.
nights, they're long and cold, Cass.
Now there's only love in the dark.
They can be long and cold, but you
I'll
know,
just have to cuddle
asking
and pray for her.
first is
Mine
Consent is
spiders.
important.
That's fair.
We need to restock rations and stuff.
You
Yeah.
restock rations.
The
So-
caravan did take care of your rations on the way here.
Oh, that's right.
Would you like some help with your side assignment, Cass?
I just stopped role playing after the first time because I didn't
no,
want
I'll be all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Cassian, you're sure you don't want me to come with you?
No,
I can be very persuasive
it's an easy task.
with my 8 charisma. Trust me, Cass.
It's all good. It's very easy, very quick,
Alright.
in and out.
If you say so.
Are you guys okay letting him walk off alone? I don't
Nothing
trust
we've
it.
done so far has been easy in and out.
Yes, no,
It'll be easy
I'm
in and out.
Cassian.
I promise. What?
Is it something you have to stealth into?
Not necessarily.
Then let me come with you.
You should not go alone.
Especially if we don't go. If none of us should go alone anyway.
You should let me come along, you know, in case someone needs motivating. And he holds his. Do you hand him all out?
Oh, my friend, I have my own way of motivating people. He grabs his dagger there on this side.
Digsley.
It's not one of those things, though.
I mean, I still feel. I'd like to accompany you.
You have an appointment for you and your men to keep.
I don't want to do
Yes.
that.
It has been very lovely working with you.
It is with you too. I feel like I can't speak for the rest of my men, but I do feel like our two groups, mingling. It was like fate or something, I feel like I learned a lot about adventuring and definitely take what y'all gave me, into consideration, experience and advice and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I will cautiously go and see what awaits with the creepy wizard.
Yeah, you
guy.
guys have fun with your cult.
Well,
Yeah.
be
Does
careful.
anybody follow, or do you let them go on their way?
They can go on their merry way for me.
I advise
I will
caution.
I will take your words into, I'll take them to heart.
Deals that
No,
seem
I-
too good to be true normally are, guys.
You don't.
Alright, got
I don't
it.
want to lose
I
you.
do have a dream of becoming an adventurer, so,
Yeah, hang on to that.
I've
Yeah, it's
changed,
not all
I've
it's
changed
cracked
a
up to be.
lot meeting you guys, I think. But
No, I feel
I
like
am
we've changed
also
a little
loyal
too.
to my men, so I'll go with them and see what awaits me there and make more decisions from there, I think.
Good luck, Diggs.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks.
Rumble
Nice
Rumblefic
meeting you
guide
all.
your steps.
I hope that you fulfill whatever it is you're wanting to fulfill.
Be careful, my friend.
Thank you.
No, we do not follow them.
All right.
Absolutely
You
not.
allow Diggs and company to go along their way. The Steel Reserve goes forward toward whatever awaits them.
Cultists. They're
God,
drinking
they're
the
so
fucking
fucked.
Kool-Aid.
Death. Yeah, I was gonna say. That's what that is.
And just for a bit of closure, I'll talk to you after the game. Tell you
Okay.
exactly
How
what
fucked you truly are.
You all became undead minions. Wonderful.
Wah, wah.
It'll be a quick trip. That's
I
all.
want to go. You might need me, Cass.
I think we can handle it.
Well.
But thank you.
I want to tag along. I don't want to do any fucking shopping. Eyes on the prize. What you guys are doing seems way more business oriented.
It is not at all.
Are you sure?
Something for me.
With my 16 passive insight.
Yeah, no, it's literally something that Cass just wants to do.
Is Runwin going with you?
I assume so, since she won't let me go alone.
Safer if at least one of us goes.
You run one.
Is this worth splitting the party?
How far can you?
120 feet.
Would you like me to accompany?
No. Well, I don't know. I don't. It seems like a personal matter.
It is a personal matter.
I'm only accompanying you so that you're not alone in case something goes down.
She paid me.
That
If she
is
goes,
my word.
I'm going.
as well.
You don't have to get.
I
Well,
want
then.
to.
Okay, come with me.
Hmm?
Come with me.
If Edith's going,
There we
then
go.
I have to.
God
Oh,
damn
yeah.
it! Then Brandon
One
come with
person.
me.
One person's
Yes,
going with
try to
Cassian.
get just one person.
Is this worth splitting the party over?
I don't need to go fucking
Just
shopping.
very briefly.
I
Very
will
brief.
join you, Thomas.
You'll join me? Awesome. Let's go.
Careful, guy.
Are you guys
Cass
sure
is
you
going to
don't
go get
want?
marked cards.
Yes,
as
for
they-
sure.
Yep.
He's just going to buy marked cards.
As you're going through the market district, need you to give me a investigation check to see if you can figure out where to buy those.
That's good.
You're proficient in investigate, correct?
Yes.
Good.
Only a 12 on that one. Is it with advantage because actually I've been here before?
How long have you been here?
I imagine he's come here a couple times just because of his
Work
background.
contracts,
Yeah,
things like
right.
that. That's fair. Go ahead.
Oh, that's even worse. Okay. So the 12.
12?
Yep.
While you've had work here, you've never had enough time to really get the layout all the way down. You know where to find maybe some people who claim they have decks, but you don't know well enough to know if that's true.
Okay.
And it's hard to tell right away.
Right.
If
You
someone
have to
has
use
a
it
good
little
one.
bit. Right.
You're able to find a couple of like cheap ones where it's like anyone who has just decent perception would quickly figure out these were marked cards. But an actual professional set, you don't run across it. Doing a quick scan of the district.
He'll do it at the Capitol then. If it doesn't look like he can find it pretty quickly, then he's just like, fuck it.
But
Perception check?
No.
Nope. Okay.
you see this. As you and Runwin are doing this quick
I think Run went with them.
Yeah, no,
It's,
it's
it's actually me and Cranthor went with him instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I can't go apparently.
You
without
and
my bodyguard.
Cranthor are running by some stalls.
wanna pay me.
Cranthor, an individual that like you can't, you don't focus on him. He's in your periphery. He doesn't draw your attention, but then he extends a hand towards you, and he brushes your face and grabs your shoulder.
I'm so glad I didn't go.
And you
I'm
don't.
Not.
Can I try to grab his hand?
It's quick. You don't perceive it until he's already on you. And the moment he touches you, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
Should have brought me on. Very wise, Cass.
That's bad.
Cass doesn't know
That's
you
a
will.
7.
A gentleman in white, black, and purple brushes across you, and he peers into your eyes, and it's almost as though you can feel something rummaging through your mind. And you see him just like it's like a photo album of your life, just picture after picture, just going by, and he stops on one of you in the barracks in Caphesus, and he looks at it. Very interesting. You seem like one who has done my kingdom well, and the honorable deserve more. I promise you something, Rachel. We need informants And you are different than most of our citizens. And he withdraws a sack from his belt. My total friend, you are on your way to the Dreadbog, yes. Go there at some point and return to any King Shadow member, and we will see that you are compensated for the information you can provide. I wish you the best of luck and your compatriots. Take this. And he hands you a sack of 50 gold.
Does Cass see that happen?
He does, and Cass recognizes this man.
Oh.
This is Cass's father.
Yep, Cass fucks off. Cass fucks off.
Who are you? What have you done to my mind?
My friend, it is only a precaution for the safety of this kingdom. I am nothing more than an ambassador of our king's will and the prosperity that will follow. I bid you a good day. And he travels onward.
How odd.
Actually, Cass freezes. I can't imagine he would fuck off at enough time.
He doesn't notice you. The turtle grabs his attention so much. He doesn't. You feel like a heavy headache come on, but it like dissipates. As though like there was an initial sharp pain, and then something pulled the pain away.
Cass just turns kind of white as he watches him go.
And as he travels, two other figures from the crowd converge behind him and go further forward.
How much gold did he give me?
50.
I'm going to mark that separately. Thomas,
We need to go back to the group.
are you well?
Cass just starts to walk. Just
Cranthor
White.
follows. Puts a hand on your shoulder as we walk. Are you well, Thomas? You look.
fine.
He intruded upon my mind.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
He did stop though at some point. He didn't like try to like go through all of it.
Yeah, he stopped at a certain point, but still, he.
No, like you're definitely, if you like whatever you want to feel about it is fine. I'm just letting you know, like
Yeah.
the moment he kind of ascertained you weren't an enemy, he knocked it off.
King Shadow can do that.
King Shadow.
Yes.
Do I know anything about King Shadow?
Give me a roll with advantage at this point. You have some knowledge of that. I just want to see maybe a little more clicks for you.
And what am I rolling?
Intelligence.
Yeah, it's a 7.
So you don't know a lot about them, but you do know from already some run-ins you've had that they are a group of like psionically powered individuals who are able to use these gifts they have that are not available to the common person in service of the king. They're kind of like a intelligence network for the kingdom, and they have the ability to break into the minds of other people as well as a variety of other abilities that make them very good at not just spying but finding spies. Your brush with one is very fortunate that it turned out well for you. It is not uncommon for them to just disappear people.
Oh, shit. Alrighty.
But this one seemed to like you.
It's because you're a turtle. And you're spiky. And your tail does a little wiggle waggle.
It wasn't wiggle waggling when he
Nope.
did that.
Nope, I did not. Cass's goal is to find the group at that point. Once that happens, he fuck the
Cranthor's
cards.
following.
Yeah, fuck the cards. Fuck just.
Yep.
Going.
The group has started looking for a bandolier. Since we happen to be here, we might as well start looking at a tent.
You go to the merchant district. There's kind of a leather area.
Yeah.
And you have a few shops to choose from. There are kind of more modest, like, oh, bring your deer hides here and we'll turn them into something for you, to kind of more commercial things. And like there's one that's even hired a bard to stand out front. And he's like, welcome to the leather shop. And get
Give
your
a coin to
greatest
your
fix."
leather.
We'll
Oh,
make it
Valley,
feel
Valley.
tight and fine.
Where would you like to go?
Hey, Mr. Bard.
Hello, my good friend. You would look great in a leather suit. Perhaps I could welcome you this way.
I like you. This guy who runs this little popsicle stand does know how to make a bandolier.
Oh my gods, yes.
Who got me sold. All right, this seems like the right place. They even have a bard.
So easily swayed. All right. We go in here, I guess.
We walk right in that shop.
You do, yeah. You hear him singing more out on the street, trying to entice more people in. But you go in, and an individual kind of looks up at you as he looks like he's doing some stocking work. He's making sure things look nice. And he's, friends, let me help you, please. What are you looking for? And
I'm in a bit of a conundrum, Mister. What is your name? I'm Simon Maurik.
Ah, yes, and I am Theorem Goodsworth.
Theorem Goodwork.
Goodsworth.
Goodsworth.
Yes.
God, that is going to be a pain in the ass to say.
Then don't say it last time.
Just call me Thier.
Seer. See, I'm a bit of a conundrum. See, I have so many health potions,
I see.
but I only have 2 hands.
Oh God.
Now, are you comfortable with making a bandolier specialized in holding these health potions?
I carry quite the inventory, my friend. Let me see if I can help you with what I already have.
Please.
I mean, because I could custom make it, but that's expensive. 1 second. And you see him go over to a bunch of like sashes and things like on these racks. Yeah, bandolier. Oh. And he's like going through them. How many potions do you need it to hold?
I'd be comfortable with at least 6, preferably 8.
Oh, 8. You're going for the extra large.
Always do.
But on your body, you have such a sleek figure. And he comes up to you and he fits it. He just kind of takes the liberty of wrapping it around you. And it goes. It's like a sash that just goes shoulder to hip.
So it's befitted.
Oh yes. And you see there's a little bit of give on it right now, and you see him kind of looking at it. Like, I'll need to take it in a bit, but I could have this ready for you within the hour. Would you be comfortable in paying 5 gold pieces?
I'd be comfortable with that.
Excellent.
You just got yourself a customer for life.
Excellent. It will be the most fitting I can. And would you like any detailing added to it? I can tell you're a man of fashion and style.
Man.
I could really make it flare with your outfit, whatever you prefer.
My Master Tap. How famous was he?
He is well known, actually. There are several kind of celebrated serums he's created that are widely known.
Any sigils, symbols of Tapster Pontiff?
Oh yeah, you have a workshop apprentice sigil at least.
I would present that and ask him to embroider it, please.
For that, oh. Simply for the rights to say we did it, we'd be willing to do this free of charge. I could add this to the sash if you please.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, I've come across Tapster Pontiff by chance. I'm a big fan of his. The biggest.
my mother had drought blight, and the cure that he gave to that was essential to her seeing the old age of 57 before she died. I owe your master a great debt, and to be able to give this to you and a little bonus is my honor. I will have this to you, as I said, within the hour. Please come back soon, and you see him kind of take it in on you. He tightens it a bit.
Absolutely. Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course, and thank you in the work that you do in your master.
When I encounter him again, I will thank Master Tap on your behalf.
I appreciate it. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Anything at all?
You sell tents.
Well, we could. Is there a specific design you'd like? We could do quite nice.
Functional. That honestly, that's good enough.
Oh,
I also want the symbol of Master Tap on that as well.
I see. I could add that to it. Let me get one from the general store. No extra upcharge. And
I can't let you do all this for free.
oh no, I have to charge a little for
Of
the
course.
work. But I could give you that tent for let's see here. You see him, he's going through a sheet of pricing and trying to figure out exactly what is appropriate for that. And he says, I could give you 3 gold. 3 gold for that.
Absolutely. I'll give you 5 just because I like you so much.
You are so generous, much like your master. Let me get that for you. I will need another hour on that one.
Absolutely.
Bit of a run. And I have to find
Absolutely.
something.
We'll be here for a minute.
Excellent. So in 2 hours, please come back. I'll have everything settled for you. Unless there's anything else I can do for someone.
Oh yes, I was looking at your lovely slings here.
We do have slings.
I would love to purchase one.
Yes. Of course. Like they
You don't
go-
happen to have like a composite one, do you?
composites. Oh, you're one of those really stretchy, strong ones.
Yes.
Ah,
I have a very stretchy, strong friend.
Is there any way you could put the sigil of Rumblefick on it?
First, let's see if he has one.
so I can. We have a few.
Right.
They only go up to a strength of +4 before you snap them.
All right.
But if that will work, I can do that and add the sigil, free of extra charge. That would come at a very low price of 5 silver.
Oh, wow. I'll give you a gold.
I give him gold. Yeah.
Oh,
I've got
thank
it.
you.
Thank you. Of
I-
course.
So I'll have that. It shouldn't
Oh,
even
it's
take
like-
any extra time.
All right. Yes. Nicely embossed rumble fixing.
Yes. I'll make sure it's secure enough to withstand the pull.
Oh,
and
please,
everything
yes.
else, of course.
You only have a +4 strength, right?
Yes, at level 4, I'll
For
probably
now.
have a +5.
I
but
know. Well, then
You got one for now.
I
You
got,
got
one
one
for now.
now.
Maybe I can
You
get an
just-
enchanted. That would make it even more durable.
Possibly.
Those enchanted, it couldn't be destroyed through non-magical means. I don't
Yeah.
believe.
Not
Yeah,
outside
there
of
you
stretch.
go.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like I'm a
Much
Tarrasque one and
appreciated,
just
by the
stretch
way.
it in 2. Not
Right.
even the magic would save
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
most people would not be able to.
Handle a Trask.
I'd probably get 8 by that.
Oh, hello, Soup.
Hi. For those of you at home that don't know, I also play a character named Soup. Every now and then he pops up. Sorry. I'm sorry. Anyways.
But I'm so happy you've all come by the shop.
I'm happy we did too.
Let me. You see him like sorting around through like some small pouches he's got dangling at the end of like the shelf, and he gets one. He's like, "Hey, have a free bag on the house, please. Please. I'm so happy you've come by."
This is the best shop I've ever been to in my entire life.
And he just holds it out for someone to take it.
Simon will.
Simon will take it.
Yeah.
And
Simon's contact.
he looks like, that'd be great for your components, my friend, or whatever other items you wish to keep discreet and at your belt.
Absolutely. You're as sharp as you are business savvy.
Well, please, 2 hours, my friends, and I will be ready with those.
Of course. What time is it again?
You have managed to get here around midday, so by the time you've reached the shop, it's not even 1.
All right. Then I suggest that we wait for we hop out of this shop. We wait for Cranthor and Tonkus. We'll wait for Tonkus, and then we go get a bit of lunch. We find an inn for the night, and then we find.
So we're just going to waste the entire day
Yeah,
doing
I-
nothing.
Yeah.
No, and then we also find a job.
Mrs. Spark.
That's my top
Oh, it is
top
there.
priority.
It is
Yeah.
there.
That's well, I want
not-
lunch,
I can
and
see
then
it.
how about lunch? Then find a job.
How about we eat and walk? Something to go.
Multitasking is a sign of intelligence.
You guys normally waste whole days doing nothing.
I'm not able to sit and eat.
Holy shit. So you guys we're taking an entire day to eat lunch and take a fucking nap.
I mean,
No.
we don't.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Are we in a
Mr.
hurry?
Sparks has the right
I'm
idea.
always in a hurry. I don't waste
You're gonna
time
have to learn to calm
dilly-dallying.
down.
Mr.
Sir.
Sparks.
No, I need work. I need money, income.
Mr. Sparks.
Simon, go on.
When you're on the hunt for a new job, where's the first place you look?
You know, I used to be a bit of a city watchman. I got in with some guards.
Interesting. In this city?
In most cities. They see me, they're like, that's a natural mercenary.
Look at that beard.
Exactly.
Exactly. No, absolutely.
Look at that fucking hat, those suspenders. This guy knows his shit.
Is that where we should
yeah?
start?
It's the name. I say, towards her when he's talking about it's him being a natural like people looking at him and saying he's a mercenary.
You could trust me,
It's the
Etta.
name.
When he's pulling on his suspenders. I don't waste whole days eating lunch and fucking taking naps, that's for sure.
I'm not saying we take a nap. I'm just wanted to sit down dinner. What's wrong?
I like to walk and eat. We find work and then I'll eat dinner.
We're gonna walk around plenty. We can sit down and eat. You can spare an hour.
No, it's fine. We can go find work
I'm
and
a
then
businessman.
get dinner at a tavern wherever we stay the night. Is that good enough?
I like the sound of that.
Is there anything in
So-
particular we want to look for while we're here?
Work.
Obviously.
No.
These meals aren't going to pay for themselves. Your fancy hotels, your fancy fucking sit-down dinners.
Listen, bud, I don't know where you came from, but we're okay for a couple days.
Well, you guys got money, huh?
I like the cut of his jib.
I'm not saying I don't like it.
Etta,
either.
you
I'm
got a
just
lot
saying
of features. You should put them to use.
We have.
I have
We should do that now.
right now.
I need work. Do you need work?
Not
I like to stay
right
busy.
at this very moment, but
Idle hands are, you know what they say.
Ravix playthings.
Exactly. Thank you, Runwin.
I wouldn't be adverse to taking a look around this market while we wait for Thomas to get back.
With me. We are waiting for Thomas and Granville.
Okay.
Hello, God. If I make a perception check on the market square, what do I see?
What'd you get?
I don't know. I haven't rolled yet.
Please roll.
A whole 7.
this-
What's the brightest thing?
Let me help you with that.
What's the bright?
Let me help you with that.
Okay.
Oh no, look over there.
10.
Fuck.
You see a lot of bustle. There's wagons coming in and out.
Sorry, didn't
There's
mean to
around.
bump you.
There's
Very
stalls
good.
that are already here, but like it looks like there's like refresh supplies like for the afternoon business that are showing up and just leaving goods at different merchants' carts who are already in here. The stores have a lot of callers out front trying to entice people to come in.
They're just all colorful.
But you're looking at a very lively and healthy, bustling marketplace.
Cool. Nice.
I like making money, not spending it. Don't buy into this flashy fucking shit. It's there to trick you into spending your
Listen,
hard-earned
bud, I
cash.
spent
Etta.
plenty of time working to pay off things. I've gotten to a point where it's okay to spend a day once in a while to enjoy the nice things that end up around you. You don't see them very often.
I enjoy working.
I do too, but I also enjoy looking at stuff. So,
Hopefully Cass comes back. He's a little more business oriented. Maybe me and him
Thomas.
could find some jobs.
Thomas, please call him Thomas.
Told me that was fine. We're amongst friends here.
here, like within this 5-foot radius, yes.
Exactly.
Within a 10-foot radius, maybe not.
I'm not
so.
speaking loudly amongst my friends.
Alright, whatever. We wait just outside the leather shop where the barker is, for Thomas and Crantor to find us.
They find you easily.
And you look as white as a sheet. Alright.
I have disturbing news, friends.
Let's not talk about that here.
Let's not talk about it here.
White
Yay.
place, yes,
You
white
wish.
place.
You guys normally keep secrets from each other like this.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
from each other, but from
All the time.
everyone else.
We're just trying to get to a place where people can't hear us.
So as a group, we'll go to a secretive place.
Yes, that's what we're asking.
Yep. Yep. So maybe find an inn first then?
No, I think it can wait to find until we find a job. Or Mr.
That's what I'm
Sparks
most
is right.
focused on.
We should find a job first. Know
Do we
where our
have
next
time to
paycheck's
find a
coming.
job?
I don't care, to be honest. The faster we get out of the city, the better.
I like the way you think, Cass. Thomas.
Thank you. All right. Where do we go to find a job, Mr. Sparks?
I could normally find some inns with some people. What about you?
Let's see. The Prosperity Consortium would be if we wanted to do another kind of
They often
caravan.
have work, yes.
Okay. Prosperity Consortium, we can try that again. Of course, that would be more escorting.
I'm okay with that.
I mean,
As long as we are not escorting lumber.
Right.
not again.
No.
I would know where that is, right? Where we could find someone.
Yeah, you would know that in any of the 4 quadrants of trade, they have a presence.
Alrighty. Also ask you to cover up. Maybe he just
He
thinks.
just pulls up his head.
And then with my city watch background, I normally also know where to find shady hangouts and guard type stuff.
You know the
Background
general
stuff,
areas.
Orange cloth I got. No?
I slowly hand out Finnegan's scarf.
That's a nice scarf.
That's even worse. No.
All right.
I think
Maybe
I've got
I-
a blue one or something.
I'll
Do
take
you want
it.
another scarf? You got a scarf down there.
Well,
I do.
Doesn't mean
Well, then
something to
just-
you run one. I'm just going to blow my nose on it when I.
nope.
I'll
It's
put that back.
Fair enough.
It does mean.
sad.
It does mean.
Please.
I hide
And
all of
then
my like
he just pulls up his scarf.
Like never mind. The friend's lost.
Okay, better hang on to it then. All right. So about this work, Cass.
Gotta take my scarf.
Prosperity
Thomas.
Consortium?
Yes, of course. Is that where we should go?
Seems like it is.
You would also know, Mr. Sparks.
I don't know if I would. The DM didn't tell me.
You did not, in this particular city, you didn't stop by it.
Mm.
You've looked for work with them before, you've probably done some jobs with them. It's not hard to find. A little casual asking around is enough to just get there.
Unless we're blacklisted.
So I have heard of them before, though, in general.
Right.
Know of them.
It
Oh,
seems
yeah, the
like
Prosperity
a
Consortium,
seems
yeah.
like a good place to get some work.
All right, off we go.
Sure.
It wouldn't hurt to go talk to him if nothing else than to not be blacklisted.
Yes, sounds good.
Might want to rebrand.
Yes.
New
Or
name.
red skies.
I think we've burned that a little bit.
We'll find out. Let's go.
All right, so you head to the local Prosperity Consortium in the south end of the Southern Trading District.
Mm-hmm.
You find them without any difficulty. There are a number of banners nearby, similar to where the last station you're at with them. There are merchants kind of around selling goods that are part of their overall organization,
Mhm.
and then a kind of hiring desk looking for people who are willing to help with different odd jobs.
Cass is staying about in the middle of the group too, as they're walking.
So who normally does the talking around here?
Me.
That one.
She is quite good at it.
Yes. Here I go.
I'll go up with you.
Thank you. Hello.
So standing on a box
Aww.
is a gnome
Yeah.
Oh.
You haven't seen
who
your
looks towards you, not full on glasses, but like the double monocle that's got like a chain that holds it up, and he's got it like crunched between his eyes, and he's like looking at something,
Mhm.
and he looks up at you and says,
Oh.
"Hello, friends."
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Nice to make your acquaintance. My name is Runwin Labor of the Red Skies.
Red skies.
Yes. Unfortunately,
Okay.
we have some things to report.
Let me stop you. Go ahead.
All
And you
right.
see him some pages in a book he's looking at, on a quill, and he
So, honestly, it would feel, and then I start going into Gnomish, it would actually feel much more comfortable for me to speak to Gnomish. Do you speak in, are you fluent?
He returns in Gnomish.
I
and he
speak
says,
in
it would be a
Gnomish.
delight. I haven't talked to anyone in Gnomish
I
in a while.
also speak in Gnomish.
You do?
You
I
understand
do
this
as
as well?
well.
Then you understand.
Oh god, a
fantastic.
lot of you speak Gnomish. Okay, so
Well,
the
I
half,
was gonna help.
the
but
half
not
of the table that doesn't speak Gnomish,
My
you
cousin's
hear
from another
bing,
mother.
bing, bada, and then like the rest of you,
It's,
it's just a touch like podling. And then the rest of you here, it would be a pleasure.
oh, fantastic. I haven't been able, ever since I left home, it's been so hard.
Oh, yes. I haven't seen my family in almost 30 years.
Came up here.
Time flies.
Time does fly, doesn't it? I've only been away for a few months, and yet it already feels like years.
Yeah, I should see them. Anyway, how can I help?
Oh, of course. So we were sent to escort a lumber job.
He's furiously scribbling.
And unfortunately, they sent us through some lands. The road that we were supposed to take was through banished territory.
Territory, yes.
They had only hired 12 guards for 15 carts.
15 cards, that is not a great ratio. Go on.
And unfortunately, the banished came in an army with Ents.
Oh, goodness.
Yes,
How did that go? I mean,
poorly.
you're here. Oh.
So we didn't die. However, we were forced to give up the lumber.
And do you know about how much lumber that was?
It's 14 carts worth.
14 cards. So what size cards?
They were.
Large.
15.
15 foot double wides. 15.
Where is it?
Is he supposed to speak in Gnomish?
Yeah, I don't know.
15
Yeah, I'm
feet.
just-
Okay. Yeah, it was 15 feet worth. I've got it written
Oh,
down. I just don't remember.
goodness.
Yes, they were very insistent.
That's a retirement's worth of lumber. The man who owned those carts must. He
Yeah,
must
he's
be
pretty
cross.
screwed. Yeah.
He was
You don't-
cross.
Oh,
However,
wait, you do.
He
Never
speaks
mind.
he
Gnomish.
didn't. He didn't die.
I suppose that's good.
He's
He's just broke now.
Yes, unfortunately. However, the next thing and also there was a village was attacked, and that's where they came from.
Oh, well, that's more of a kingdom concern, but I can relay that
Yes,
for you
I
if
just
you
want to make
like.
sure. Yes, it's important for I assume your insurance purposes.
Add that into the notes.
Thank you. So yes, that's what happened. Totally not our fault. We did our best to keep our employer alive and then saved many other people. We made sure he still had his carts and horses, and none of his associates died either. So we're very sorry that the lumber didn't get here. Can we still have a job?
Of course. I mean, you're on one of the safest roads in all the kingdom now.
Oh, thank God.
We're trying to go north. I
Yes,
say in
that's what I
Gnomish.
assumed. You said you were coming from the south.
This is all it's still in Gnomish, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I forgot that. That's But
Well, let me see. Do you have a specific destination you're going to? I'd be able to find you a route.
technically, we're trying to get to Mournful Shores, preferably through this
A
capital.
little lake vacation.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, they got a festival coming up.
I have a cart that's looking to supply them, actually, coming right from this
Looking
city.
down. This-
Are you? You
Hold on.
kind must be joking.
Oh, no, I mean, it's a festival after all. They do need supplies.
Absolutely.
They can't fund the whole thing with rocks and fish.
I kind of thought that's what the whole thing was about.
Well, that's what they provide, but they need other things.
By Yandriel's grace, it sounds like fate. Let us strike a deal, good sir.
Oh, of course. Let me see here. I can charge you, well,
Yeah, so what's the dress I'm up in?
you'll have to stop for just a day in Flameheart's grasp. I hope that's fine.
Yes.
But once you get our goods there, there'll be some trading and dealing, and then the rest of the caravan will proceed northwest. You will come across just one additional stop, another day there, and then you'll be on your way to Voja's Bounty, where the ultimate trade happens. But anything you wish to do in that area is your business at that point. You'll be paid in full, and welcome to go on your way. This contract is actually being upheld by the Jemsons, if you've heard of them.
Did you say the Jimsons?
The Jemsons, yes, they'll be paying this one.
Is there time to roll to see?
I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I introduced our party as the Red Skies. However, my name is Runwin Lumbor.
I'm afraid I am a simple logistics coordinator. I don't know much about family names.
No, I'm asking if.
Maybe you've heard of mine. We're the Iron Sparks.
Oh yes, I've heard of you.
So you know-
Maybe. Oh, sorry.
So you know what expert bodyguards we are.
Yes.
Being a gnome yourself, maybe you are familiar with Tapster Pontoon.
Everybody knows Caps do.
Oh yeah, no, his exploits have made us a fortune.
I'm actually an apprentice of his.
An apprentice.
No. I'm not asking if he knows me or my family. I'm asking if my name is on that.
No.
All right. That work order. But Jemson family?
They are the ones ordering the goods.
What would we be transporting?
Wagons. I mean, it's usually not for me to describe the cargo to guards.
Fair enough.
Would a group of capable adventurers and the apprentice of the world-renowned Tapster Pontoon, would that increase our payments in any amount? Got some high-quality guards here, that's all I'm saying.
And look at these two strong motherfuckers. You ever seen muscle like this
Holy shit,
before?
they're huge.
I know it, right?
Indeed.
Oh yes, that's in common. Yes, we're talking about you.
You
Sorry.
everyone-
You
still
have no
can't
idea what I'm
understand
saying,
us.
do you?
But we're all
No.
pointing at you and looking at you.
I'm so sorry.
But tell them we got the muscle.
Give me a persuasion.
Can Granthor and I produce our guns to assist?
Oh yeah.
Does
With
that
advantage.
does that give me excellent?
Also sprinkle
It's a
guidance on you.
16
I'm sprinkling guidance.
and a 17.
Look, it's formally on the contract, no, but I have a small stipend I can give to special interests.
How about some rations? These guys gotta eat.
We can afford rations with the extra money he'll pay us.
Yeah.
With the stipend. Just a little food.
You're bad at negotiating. I get it. Your plan just hits things.
It's
Uh,
true.
yeah.
It's fine.
Persuasion's not my strong suit.
It's all right. We'll take the stipend.
I can secure for you 200 gold before you leave,
And
Like
how
the
much?
sound of that.
Yes.
in addition to the normal pay.
What is the normal pay?
Oh, for delivering the carts, for each cart that makes the journey, 5 of them total, you will get 150 gold.
It's pretty good.
Now we're talking.
Is this in common or still in Gnomish? That
Still
he's-
in Gnomish, yeah. Once they chose to engage him that way, that's all he's doing.
I figured. I just wanted to double check.
Sparks give you guys a double thumbs up to try and let you know the conversation's going well.
Also, if
Down and away.
I may, I don't know if you're in the market for any supply. I'd recommend you hold the gold until Cathysis, or not, sorry, not Cathysis, Flameheart's grasp, because the best blacksmith and the best leather worker in all the kingdom are there. I promise. I don't know what exactly it is you'd be looking for, but if you want a good deal or if you want the best quality, there's no place better than the heart of the kingdom itself.
Oh no, there isn't, is there? All right. Thank you so much.
And
Yes. Let us sign and.
when's these wagons taking off?
Oh, sorry. You have this afternoon.
This afternoon.
Excellent.
Afternoon.
I'm in a hurry.
Yes. Right before sundown.
Perfect. I love traveling at night. Not dangerous at all.
May we
Why
these
converse
roads-
with
On
Tom?
these roads, the
They're saying that we have to leave this afternoon.
Oh, we have a job?
Yes, we have a
Where
job.
are we going?
I
We're
mean,
going
look
to.
at the two of you. How can they not hire
To
some
Vosh's
muscle
bounty.
people like you, huh?
Flameheart's
We
grasp.
will not be going to the capital.
We'll be going through the capital.
We'll stop in there for a day or two, maybe.
Then
A
let's
day.
go.
Excellent.
How stuff goes.
What are we
Wagons
got?
break down, wheels fall off.
I say we go now.
Shit happens.
All right.
Let's move.
Really?
You want to go now? How quick can this convoy get moving?
I mean,
the requisition says that they are heading out at 5.
Like the
Honestly,
ambition,
I'm
Cass.
tacking
Let's
one is well, I'm going to bump the other motherfuckers, to be honest. But you're getting the job,
Good
so be happy.
choice. Good
Ah,
choice.
thank you.
Think they don't got the muscle, huh?
No, this is a group of kids that came in.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think I've met these guys. A bunch of
They
degenerates.
look enthusiastic, but they're not going to make it. It's a safe job. It's just, if anything did happen, they're not the ones we want on this.
I agree. These are the people you need on this
Oh,
job.
yes, for sure. And there's just as many of you as there are them. It's perfect.
What are we guarding, if I may ask?
Wagons.
There you
You'll
go.
get 150 gold per wagon that makes it to its destination.
How many wagons?
5 total.
And we're the only people on this. We're not splitting this money with
No,
them.
no. This is it. You're in very safe territory at this point, my friend. If you've made it up to here, any real threat has been dealt with. You can trust in the kingdoms of legions to keep the roads safe from here on out.
Insight check.
Yeah, can I insight check just to see if he
Absolutely.
actually believes what he's saying? Or...
Ooh.
That's not great. That's a 12.
12.
Nope,
Just
I'm
16.
sorry.
16.
13.
13? 16?
21.
21.
Holy shit.
You all believe that he is fully convinced that this is as good as it gets.
You're
I
right.
believe this guy. This is as good as it gets.
But you are in like the heartland of the kingdom's power. Like there are
It starts to get a
being a
little...
bandit here
Yeah.
is super fucking high stakes.
Okay. So they're shipping out at 5.
Yeah,
Wow.
we've got just a few hours before they leave.
I was gonna say, what time is it now? You got the time, friend.
You see him like look at the sundial on his wrist. He's like
I like
holding it up
that.
against the light. 3 hours.
I like this a lot. It's a nice stone X you got there.
Ah, thank you. Personally, I'm more in favor of the Citizens Watch, but it does.
Hey. Alright, so 3 hours. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Good.
Right. Oh, where do we meet our envoy? Which gate?
Oh, in Northgate. You'll be heading straight up toward the capital, no stops. Well, except for rest and whatnot.
What is our client's name?
Jemson.
James.
Yes, it's Jemson Caravan. You'll meet the workers who are attending when you get there. But you'll know the caravan will be labeled.
Is there any type of roll to see if I know this Jimson him or heard of them or any type of?
Give me just a raw intelligence.
Nope.
A 2.
No, a natural
Welcome
one.
to my world.
A natural one is not a 2. It's a natural 1.
Is it
Now on
fumble?
ability checks.
Yeah.
What is it?
I still take him.
Oh, the.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're like thinking, you're really racking your brain. Like, aren't these the guys who they're super charitable? They give a bunch of money to all sorts of people. Like, they're really, really nice, rewarding family. They're just philanthropists, really. You're just thinking, like, these are probably some of the kindest nobles you've ever heard of.
These are good people.
Alright. Could you direct us to the postmaster's office?
Postman. Oh yes. It's just down the lane there, and you put you to the left. He gives you very clear instructions to reach where you're going. He stops himself halfway through going gnomish and then back into common.
Thank
you. Relays it.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for your help.
Of course, and if there's anything else the consortium can do for you, please let me know. But otherwise, have a most fantastic day.
Do
So,
you
well,
sell those sundial wristwatches?
We have a merchant who does, if you're interested. That card right over there is a number of models for sale. Very nice.
Thank you for
Did he already give us the 200 gold?
He after he just finishes, he scoops it into a bag and hands it to you.
Granthor's
To
gonna
me
go over-
specifically?
It just puts it on the counter. Whoever grabs it.
I'll grab it and then start divvying it out.
Okay.
Which is 33 for everybody.
You've been quite helpful, friend. And I'll flip him a gold.
Oh, thank you. He looks around. Oh, I appreciate the tip.
Yeah, no problem.
Granthor's gonna head over and price check on a sundial.
All right.
He likes that.
Just at some point, Edda's just gonna send a quick letter up to their mom. tells him whenever she gets that we're probably 2-3 days out.
Sure. Since you're moving so quickly between town to town,
Mhm.
you expect that, like, if things are being written back to you, they're probably getting behind you and then being forwarded to your next known location. So, having been someone who's on the road, basically, if you've stopped in a place,
Mhm.
like, if you got mail, it would come like a stack of forwarded letters.
So,
So you
is a courier gonna beat us to the capital?
possibly. They can
Okay.
travel more quickly than a caravan can, but there is also a delay between letters, like getting out and being sorted and going to the address.
Is
and
there
the
an
reply
express
coming
thing we can pay for?
back. Yes, yeah. You can pay for like kind of like a premium service where they will make sure that like there's basically a 1-day guarantee for each city outlet you go.
Okay.
So you can with no more than 3 days delay. They can guarantee anything within the prime king, the central.
I just want to
area.
attempt to get a letter to our mom before we get there. That's all I want to do.
yeah, no. And wagons don't move.
Yeah.
They're like half speed compared to
Right.
those guys. You're fine.
What kind of news are you waiting on, Ida?
I'm not waiting on any. I'm just
How
letting
much
our
are
mom
these
know we're coming back.
watches?
So there's a
Your
dwarf.
parents live in the capital.
Yeah, mom
Aye,
Wait.
Fred.
No, they started first.
Oh, sorry.
So you let
Are you
them know
done?
you're coming.
We had
Yeah.
a package for Cranthor sent there. We're gonna stop by and say hey before we move on.
I look forward to meeting him.
She's pretty cool.
Is she single?
You have to bring that up with our dad.
Oh, so she's not. Take it away. I respect the boundaries. Never mind.
She's a classy dame. Keep your grubby mish away from my mommy.
My hands are very clean.
Our dad passed some years ago.
What? Our dad's dead?
Yes.
We did not.
You
we
killed him.
We did not
You
establish this.
insisted.
We did not establish.
You
Three
know,
times.
I regret I asked. We'll just move on.
My dad's dead.
Never
I
mind.
didn't want to. You insisted like
we didn't
3
establish.
times. We did.
We did
I
not
thought we
establish.
did.
We did not establish.
Never mind. Never mind. Never
did.
mind.
We didn't.
Did we not? I was
We
sure
did
you
not.
Probably
insisted.
should figure this out outside the table.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget I asked. Let's move on.
You asked how much a sundial was.
Oh, friend, I have sundials of qualities you wouldn't believe. They are fantastic.
What race is this person?
He's a dwarf.
Are you sure he's not Toby?
Toby says more like this.
Oh, that's right.
Greetings, good dwarf.
Hello, friend. How can I help you?
I require a sundial.
Sundial, you say?
Something sturdy.
Steady. Oh, well, you want the time extreme. And you see him rustling through a cart behind him, and he pulls out this, it's a sundial with like steel links beneath it, and he like stretches it a little bit. Give me a hand, give me a hand. And he stretches it out more. He's like trembling as he puts it like over, and it just clamps across your wrist. It's a little tight, but it's not quite cutting off circulation. And on the top of it is a sort of metallic dial that not only rests kind of at the 12 o'clock position. He's showing you like how to hold it up, engage it against the sun. He goes, oh, look at this tip here. There's a reflective bit that's kind of angled, and throughout the day, the reflection of light on the dial will show you about when it is. You just hold it up to the sun and look for the lights that bounce off across the watch. You'll know exactly what time it is.
It's made of metal, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How much for this model?
Oh, it's a sophisticated model. It's very nice, very durable. I could part with it for 50 gold pieces. Master timekeeping craftsmanship there.
That is somewhat out of my price range.
Oh, my friend, I'm so sorry. I could part with it for 45, but cheaper than that, ooh, that's rough.
Run one now. Why don't you flash those eyelashes at this guy? Try and them down a little bit.
Seems like a fair price to me. Oh, alright, sure. What's your price range?
I was expecting perhaps 20 gold,
Oh.
but that...
I'm a different model, my friend. I can't give you my most durable for that.
Well, how does... May I see the 20 gold model?
Of course. And he takes back the watch. Puts it back in. And he out
Yeah, sorry, I
comes-
can't lower price when I know that you're way off. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does pull out another one that's this time it's like it's granite with like some quartz inlays, and it's got like a leather strap on it. Just come here, I'll buckle that around your wrist, and he works it and he tightens it up. And this one, it's actually kind of more comfortable.
That's more your style.
You hold it up, and there's
Very fancy.
much like the other one is a signature thing of mine. You wash the light, hold it up against the sun, see, and you do, and a purple ray of light refracts off the quartz that's inlaid along the top, and it sets around what the time is, and you just hold it against the sun, wrist like that, and just follow the reflection of the light, and you'll see exactly what time it is. I mean, the shadow's good too, but if you want a little easier to read, then that's the one I recommend. Cheapest I've got like this. After that, they're all kind of they work, but
Not durable.
or quite as nice. But yes. Do you want to go, old friend?
20 gold.
Excellent. Thank you. And of course, if that thing gives you any trouble over the next couple of days, come find me, and I'll show you how to work it.
Thank you, good dwarf.
Oh, anytime. Best of wish to you. And find any brothers of mine selling a watch like this, don't buy them.
Duly
Not
noted.
bad. Just come back to me.
And what's your clan name, my friend?
Us.
Yeah.
What were the Sun Keepers?
All right. We'll keep an eye out for those
An
brothers.
apt name.
Indeed. Yes, I actually have one. I kind of wanted to attend to some personal business while I was here. I know you don't appreciate or approve of splitting the party, however, I would like to do this alone.
Is it worth splitting the party?
Is it worth just splitting me from the party? Yes.
Will it
You
require,
should not
will it require
travel
role
alone.
playing?
Yes.
Is it safe, Thomas?
Not for me.
Yes, really, honestly, any of us not next to Thomas is probably a little safer. I'm not doing anything to harm any of you, I promise.
Would you like me to accompany you? Keep an eye out for you.
No, I wouldn't. Thank you for offering, but no.
I don't know. Just stand here being bored for the next 3 hours.
That's pretty much
I'll
where
meet
we're
you.
at.
I'll meet you at the North Gate. Yes?
Is it safe to travel alone?
Oh, please, look at me.
Hmm.
Who's going to mess with this?
That is the exact reason why going alone may be dangerous. Because
I
look at you.
don't have to budge in on your business. I'll just keep watch for it. If you're going in somewhere, I'll stand outside looking tough.
It's not your fault, but I don't trust you enough yet.
What do you need to know
about-
to trust me, Runman?
Would you like me to go with you? You wanted to go with me on my thing.
I did. Can I? Would you stand
You guys
outside?
have a lot of fucking
I will
trust.
wait
You guys
outside.
have a lot of trust issues.
We do.
Would you like me to keep my distance?
How can you build trust if you don't give me a shot, Runman?
It's not your. Like I said, it's not your fault.
I feel like it is.
It isn't.
Let me prove myself.
Give us some time.
Give.
You'll get a shot on the road with
You
everybody
guys have a
else.
lot of trust issues. You're
You-
making it hard.
You're
Making it hard.
You're not wrong.
You're making it hard.
Yes, I
You
understand.
You can trust.
Trust is something that is earned, friend.
whenever he hears Cass say that, Simon giggles a little bit.
It's true.
You paid me to do a job. I'm here to do that job, Runman.
I paid you to get on the cart and got on the cart. As far as I'm concerned, you did the job.
All right, we can split the party and I'll just be bored for 4 hours and we won't build any trust. Sounds good to me.
It's all right. I'll give you another chance. I promise. I give you a wink. And I say, Cassie, where'd you go?
Would you like me to follow the distance? Would that make you feel better?
No. Just keep your head down. And
Easy enough. Pulls
and
his
I
scarf back
sort
up.
of like look at Etta and say, keep them close.
Do
Grand
my
thought, make
best.
sure they don't get any trouble.
I will try.
Thank you.
Same goes for you.
Of course. Simon, don't talk to strange men.
Simon, don't talk to any men.
No promises, no deal.
How about too strange? They make you offers you feel like you can't refuse. Run.
Well, Felipe made me an offer that I couldn't refuse.
Right.
You paid
that was
for
the,
that.
That was the best day of my life.
You
And-
paid for it.
and
There was
you-
an exchange there.
And you couldn't afford the goggles on your own.
I had the goggles now.
On your own, I said.
Oh,
And you had to like make Finnegan pay for part of it. I'm just telling you, just stay safe.
let's just go find food right
We'll be
now.
safe. We're not really doing anything. We're gonna stay around bored for 3 hours while you guys go do stuff.
Yes.
I don't see why that would cause us any issues. Is this pretty
You'd
much going
be
to take the rest of the
surprised.
session?
Good luck. It doesn't have to. It can wait.
Okay.
We can fast forward through it now.
So, you're able to pick up the leather goods. Absolutely no problem.
Granthor, I got you a gift.
Did
Well,
you?
Runwood and I got you a gift.
Runwood got you a gift.
I got you a gift. She got you the sling. I got you the thing that makes the sling so neat.
It's true. I'm not there probably when you do this.
And I give you a sling that is embroidered with Romblefix sigil. And I got a sweet ass bandolier.
Granthor will approach you, arms out.
Simon will just let it all.
He will try to position himself so you don't get spikes.
Ow.
Your bandolier has a pocket in the back.
Oh, God, I love pockets.
And in that back pocket,
Uh-huh.
there's a flask of alchemist fire.
Oh,
Ooh.
this is the coolest leather worker I've ever met in my entire life. God, oh man, whenever I see Master Tap again, I have to convince him to come to the shop and autograph something.
You do. Write it down.
Oh, God. Granthor, you want to go hug the guy who made this for me? He would love it.
Of course.
We'll do it later. We ain't got the time. How many?
Okay,
how
so
many?
we have 3 hours to burn. So.
How many potions can this bad boy hold?
8.
Oh,
I mean 9 if you take out the alchemist.
I will slap the 4 health
Simon
potions.
is hard.
I'll slap the 4 health potions I have, my experimental elixir, and my alchemist's fire on this bandolier.
All right.
Actually, Granthor, do you want to go fast?
I would not be opposed to this.
I will hand my experimental elixir to Granthor. You down this bad puppy right here, and it'll increase your movement speed by 10 feet for an hour.
This could be quite useful.
I'll let you know if I make another experimental elixir and make that useless.
Thank you, Simon.
Absolutely. And my tent?
Do I owe either you or
Nope.
Runwood?
Absolutely not.
You are given a tent, and your master sigil is on the front flap that opens up. It's kind of split in half by the opening if it's open, but of course if you close it, it's complete and full.
I feel morally obligated to pay this guy more than I did. This is some of the best craftsmanship Simon has ever seen.
Yeah, he's just showing all his. It is impeccable. It's very good work.
And Simon is a tight ass too, so that's really saying something.
But yeah, he's just very happy to show you everything he's done.
50 gold to Felipe.
That was worth it. I was paying a man for some hard work, some really hard work. I will go.
Not too hot.
I will go in there and gleefully kiss each cheek of this gnomish individual and slap down 20 gold and rejoin my compatriots.
Thank you, friend.
Thank you, friend.
Sorry.
Don't you ever stop doing the work of the gods.
You make me blush.
Are you a follower of Chthonti?
Not actually.
Go into any library of Chthonti and tell them you're a friend of Tapshire Pontu, and they will hook you up with any book you want. Guaranteed.
Maybe I'll look for a trade manual. or
Want
something.
extra
Thank you.
security, just tell them that you're a friend of Simon Malric, and they'll give you whatever you want.
Simon Malric. Okay. I'll make sure to mention that if I need to stop by.
Your work is impeccable.
Thank you, my friend. I hope it's durable enough. You look like a
There
strong
are
fellow.
limitations to that currently, Cranthor.
In what manner should I be aware of?
We
Look, if your strength goes above a +4 modifier, you'll break it.
Okay.
Or at least you'll have a chance to break it on every use. But right now, at a +4 modifier, it'll work consistently. That's what he's built it for. It's the best he can do.
It's good craftsmanship. You can get rough with it, just don't get too rough
You
with
can
it.
add your strength mod to your sling attacks.
Nice.
Because instead of like,
Yeah,
you just pull it back slingshot style. Fine.
I need to buy some ammo
Just
too.
a wrist rocket.
Rack.
Yeah, he doesn't have those.
Rack.
What if I bought like a bag of ball bearings? Could that be used as ammo?
Technically, you need to buy sling ammo,
Sling
but
ammo.
those are pretty similar.
Okay.
Cass has those. A crap ton.
Thank you again, my good friend.
That is just
Of
gonna start
course.
bringing you rocks.
Great Thor would love
If you
that.
ever need anything else, you're in the area, please let me know.
Sometimes pretty rough.
But
Yes.
I appreciate the tip and everything else. I wish you the best of luck, my friends. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
I feel blood.
Rumblefic bless you, sir.
You too, my friend.
Sorry,
Um, he grabs you and he grabs another like small baggie. He's like, for the sling, you're going to need this to hold the bolt.
Ah, thank you.
I love this man. This gnome.
Have you ever had a shell shine before?
Oh my god.
I
Yes.
have not.
The polish we use on leather here probably work.
We'll take 3 cans.
I'll be right back. He's
This
willing to-
guy's got the best stuff.
He'll sell them for 5 silver apiece.
We'll take 6 cans.
He just
Yeah.
comes out arms full of like polish.
What's the name brand of this wax?
It just says like Gogini's Shine, and it just has this this really well dressed human who has like a mustache that just curls on itself like a few times over, and he just has this big grin and like a sparkling tooth on each of the cans.
Reminds me of Master Tap. But oh man, this beautiful gnome has hooked us up beyond comprehension, Cranthor.
Have a gold piece, and thank you.
Thank you, my friends. I once again, best of luck, and may Zakid be ever in your favor.
And
Follow thank you.
Rumblefic yours.
Bid him adieu.
And as you leave, Simon, a luck point has been bestowed upon you. At any time, you may re-roll a failed roll.
I have 2 inspirations and a luck point. They will come in handy one day, I'm sure. Alright. We will rejoin the rest of our group.
Awesome.
I think we were all just kind of there watching.
Yeah, unless someone else at the table has business outside of what you two are doing, your party will convene at the North Gate ready to travel, and that will be the end of the session. I think we have an after-session thing to run, so when she returns we can do that. But because of how this is going to work, I'm going to cut the stream now. And thank you, everyone. Fun session again. I look
Yeah,
forward